RPG, TTRPG, as fun to play as it is to say. I'm getting very good at that. Here I am, Thomas, the game master for today, and here are my amazing players. Say hello, amazing players.
Hello, amazing players.
And we're
Hi!
very happy to be joined by Pear this week. Pear, thank you so much for joining us on the show. I'm very excited to see your very dangerous character in action.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm very excited to be very dangerous, hopefully.
Oh, we'll see how it goes. All right. So, let's not waste any more time and dive right in to Awaken Pixels. So, across the landscapes of Phantasia, the Vile Lord's elite armies are stampeding their way through every village and every monster den that they can reach. Although battering rams tear down walls and scorching fires reduce family homes to cinders, the forces of chaos have adopted a new strategy, capturing everyone they can alive, from the lowly level 0 commoners to the mighty level 99 raid bosses. As the carnage begins to sweep across Phantasia, those few lucky enough to flee have started raising the alarm across the fantasy continents with little success. Many unawakened NPCs occupying positions of power have limited any kind of effective and cohesive plan from being put into action, but from the ashes of these failures emerges a burgeoning resistance movement, whose aim is to do whatever can be done to fight back against the forces of chaos without, or with or without, the legendary heroes at their side. Yes, the Lightsworn heroes, the four fabled player characters of Phantasia, Arse, Dammit, Dookie, and Butts with a Z, have been missing in action for what feels like an age. With nobody knowing where they are or what they're doing, there are two popular theories. One, that the Lightsworn heroes will return any day now to shine a brilliant light during this darkest hour. Or two, they are gone forever and will never return. But in the rancid, sweltering pits of the Doomhold, the foul bastion of power for the forces of chaos, there is a labyrinthine dungeon, the cells of which are slowly getting filled with those captured during the raids. Shut away without explanation, the only reprieve from the monotony of capture are the times when a prisoner is taken away by a sneering group of thugs. Those who are taken are never seen again. In one of these cells, the adventurous gnome known as Arvat and his companion, the seeing eye badger Obo, sits in the dark, quietly mourning a dear friend. Other gnomes sharing the cell reflect upon their failures to find the Lightsworn heroes. As the screams of yet another prisoner being taken away to be turned into candy echo throughout the twisting halls, hope, it seems, is utterly lost. Suddenly, there is a loud clang as a metal grate falls from the ceiling, immediately followed by a man wearing a skin-tight stealth suit with a flowing bandana and an eye patch. Kept you waiting, huh? The gnomes all recoil in surprise, with Obo the Badger immediately standing defensively in front of Arvat. The leader of the gnomes, who still goes by a certain fondness for the name Maya, steps forward. Who are you? Name Solid Salamander. That's strange. I've met salamanders and they don't look like you. Codename. I'm on a top secret mission to track down powerful technology stolen by the shady organization running this facility. When you say shady organization, do you mean the Forces of Chaos? Forces of Chaos? They're led by the Vile Lord? Vile Lord? Wait, are you talking about the cantification machine? Cantification machine? Are you okay? Affirmative, it's just how I talk. But I'm not here for the cantification machine. I believe this vile lord might be in possession of an iron gear. The gnomes all tremble in fear before realizing they have no idea what that is. And the sort of strange man begins looking around this place, pulls out something that says calorie mate on it, and just devours it immediately. The
Rapper
mayor,
and all, obviously.
the mayor speaks up and says, what's an iron gear exactly? Iron gear? Please stop doing that. It's a highly advanced bipedal tank that also doubles as a nuke launching platform. Oh, what? In the wrong hands, it can decimate entire cities, entire armies, entire nations, which is why I need to keep moving. Wait, can you help us? I can get you out of here, but after that, you're on your own. My primary objective is the confirmation of the iron gear being stored here. You, make some noise, get the guards' attention. I'll handle the rest. Without missing a beat, Arvat tells Obo to play dead, and then hollers for the guards. My badger is sick! Please, someone help! Within seconds, a Chaos Jailer comes to the door and bangs his club against the bars. Kang, kang, kang! Oi! Keep it down! With lightning speed, Solid Salamander grabs him by the ears and slams him into the door. King! Grabbing the keys around his belt before the hapless jailer falls onto the ground, a series of stars floating above his head. Before the gnomes can even process what's happening, the door opens. Follow my lead and be quiet. Slinking out of the jail cell, the group carefully meanders through the many hallways of the labyrinth-themed dungeon, avoiding patrols and sticking to the shadows. Suddenly, Obo the Badger starts to stir, excitedly. Arvat quickly realizes what this means. There's a secret nearby. He interacts with a nearby, seemingly plain wall before him, and there is a sudden crank of cogs and chains as the stone wall raises to reveal a chamber teeming with light. The entire group all stare in awe at what lies beyond the threshold. Meanwhile, Stoobs and Rosalind, you are currently mounted on the back of Sky, the rainbow dragon. You are soaring through the Phantasia sky box, and you can see below the wonders and splendors of your home, unfortunately marred by various burning towns and cities as the forces of chaos have made their way across this place. Stoobs, currently you are completely catatonic, stiff as a board, holding Slayer the goldfish in his bowl, and then suddenly you snap out of the blue screen that you've been stuck in for so long after attempting to mess with the physics and metaphysics of this entire universe. And Rosalind, you notice that Stoob's eyes flutter open.
Oh. Is this what a hangover feels like?
What?
Because it's not. It's like just the headache, the.
What? Where did you were blue for a while now. How are you okay?
I think so? Where are we?
Dragon!
Are we still in. What?
Greetings, my creator. It is good to see that you are well.
Shit, it worked. It worked. Okay.
Look it! I'm dragon now!
Oh my god. Okay.
Also, the forces of chaos are attacking everyone and eating them. And Tinsel was eaten.
When did this happen?
I don't know, like a couple hours ago?
A couple. What?
I robbed a rich man.
Eating people.
Yeah. Also, I've been thinking about it. You know the creepy assassin guy who keeps following us, who's like coded to kill and like blood? If you can mess with the code, can you make him not into blood and killing people?
I mean, I would just like to point out that I was. How long was I out? Excuse me, Mr. Dragon.
My creator.
What is. Yes, do you have a name?
Yes, we have chosen an apt name for this form. I am Sky, the mighty dragon.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Sky.
With a Z.
How long was I unconscious?
The concept of time is very new to me, as is literally everything.
Okay, so no one here. All right. So
There's
I
a
have been
goldfish there, maybe.
unconscious for.
Oh, yeah, Slayer!
So I'm just like shaking this bowl, like, oh,
Did a really
Why
good
is there a
job at keeping
goldfish?
Slayer alive. Like, I just want to say that I am super responsible now.
So,
Also,
so
I
the goldfish
committed a
is yours.
heist.
Okay,
With
you did a
Broom Tree.
heist.
Yeah, I brought you back
Broom tree.
bacon, a weapon, a fancy dress token, or fancy suit, whatever you want.
I take the token and it bling and just like, oh, okay. lot to process. Also, I can mess with the code now. This is not something that, like, just anyone should do, and I shouldn't just do it on a whim, okay? So, like, it caused me to black out for a really long time. Like, there was this weird moment where I thought, like, I was a grad student and I had to, like, lead a discussion on the development of information technology and forestry, and it was awful. It was terrible.
Oh, I like trees.
I mean, yeah, but like when it's just all numbers and shit, it's like, why?
The
Why
trees
do you
aren't
do
numbers.
this? Bureaucracy. What?
Students,
Trees aren't numbers.
you notice that the instability that you felt before going into your catatonic state feels almost completely cleared. Like there's a great pressure in the air that's just been taken away. Things seem less prone to crash and burn than they were when you first kind of faded away.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you look concerned.
What happened?
Oh, a big giant Meyer monster came in and I teamed up with the assassin and we beat it with this cannon. And I pull out the giant murder cannon. Steve gave it to me. Science is cool.
Who's Steve?
He's dead. He also gave me this picture of his bunny. I told him I would carry it on for him.
Picture of his what?
Bunny.
Bunny.
A lot happened in a short amount of time, Creator.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's...
also Barman became a baron. And he's a bad guy.
And he is a bad guy. Like how
He's
bad?
a bad
Like,
guy,
what?
Baron Barman. So I robbed him.
Okay. See, this is a good application of the pirate skill.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I'm really
yeah.
into the whole like anti-hero thing, you know, doing bad stuff
Okay.
for a good reason.
Okay, we can work with this angle. We can work with this. I mean, okay, so only the one person died, right?
Oh no, like a lot of people died. So many people died.
Okay.
There was so much destruction. Also, like, the assassin guy, he totally sent his minions out to just die. He was like, hey friends, murder yourself. It was a weird thing.
I feel like this is just a message to me to never mess with the code ever again. Because I feel like that was the precipitate to a lot of this stuff happening. I don't know.
My thanks for your efforts,
Wait,
Creator.
Also, someone wants to kill me for my wings, but that's okay, it's fine. I tried changing my name, but that didn't fix the problems. Now my name's normal. Anyway, I feel like we recapped you up enough. Let's go do whatever we do.
Okay, sure. So did we accomplish anything for the quest while I
Yes!
was...
Oh, I forgot about the important part. I did get an elemental orb.
Bling!
Oh,
This one glows
okay.
with a beautiful white light.
Also,
Okay, so we-
Broom Tree was fancy, but that doesn't matter either.
Okay. So the important things right now is that Barman is bad.
Armin's bad.
Room Tree was fancy.
Broom Tree was fancy. Oh, and there's this seed guy. He's really fun to make fun of.
Okay, there's a lot of people who are dead.
Oh yeah, he might have died.
Oh, great. And we have a dragon. Okay, that's a good thing. And we have an elemental orb. So that's 4. Right, we have 4 orbs now.
I believe we
Yeah.
have 5 now.
Also,
5?
watch this, Stoops. I'm gonna call the Elven Oracle. So just because I can.
I did not have that on my bingo card tonight. Okay. Just a quick recap. You have the fire orb, the earth orb, the air orb, the water orb, and the light orb. You're
Mhm.
still missing 2. Okay, so you use the codec that you just pilfered from Barman's vault, Rosalind, and you use it to input the name of the Elven Oracle, and suddenly a frequency is generated, and you just hear bleep, 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 and you just hear, greetings, who is this?
Is your mana running?
I don't understand.
You should get that
suppose I should.
You're gonna hang up on her.
Wait, so this thing just lets you talk to
Yeah,
anyone?
I've been like prank calling everybody.
You know, if you keep doing that, like if we have an emergency and you call them, they're not going to take it seriously.
Oh, I didn't really think about that part.
Oh boy.
Suddenly,
I've
the,
missed a lot.
right now there is a beautiful Phantasrian night sky. The skybox, you know, typical night skybox that you've seen plenty of times before. Suddenly you all notice that the sort of full moon that's in the sky, and the sort of nice, sort of deep midnight blue sky, suddenly change. Out of nowhere, the skybox is pulled and changes to daytime, and then shifts to a form you've never seen before, as the moon eclipses the sun and bathes the entire sky with this sort of dim red light, and then clouds start to appear around you. Cracks of lightning, and you hear the screams of bats as just swarms of these things start flying around. Pear, is there anything else you would like to do to set the scene with your Halloween powers?
I think right before that happens, because you know you have like a telephone somehow. I think it like picks up a weird signal. Did I get it right this time?
Whoa.
Okay, no. All right, I think they're all right. Orbs. All right, got it. And then you see all of the bats in the sky just coalescing into a shape before you. That is, I'd say, kind of like in between, like Morticia Adams and I know Princess Peach, with like little like parasol shaped like a pumpkin, and just they explode into a cloud of smoke, and this figure bursts out and just cackling maniacally.
You
And,
also notice that the classic cinematic mode black bars lower and raise on you, locking you into a cinematic, and you see a close-up of this gorgeous, extremely powerful and spooky looking person who you have no idea who this person could possibly be, but she clearly wields powerful magic, and suddenly a nameplate appears that says Luciphine, the Halloween Queen. And Luciphine, there is no doubt in your mind, based on what you heard and what you're seeing, that these people must be the heroes of this game. They are riding on a rainbow dragon, for crying out loud. There is no doubt in your mind that the theater of the final confrontation that you've been yearning for so long is finally at hand.
Mhm.
So what do you
Yeah,
do?
well, obviously, despite this being a dragon and flying in the sky, I think I'm somehow floating slightly above the ground, so I can look down on these people.
Mhm.
And I just say, well, I think you've tarried long enough. It is about time for our final confrontation. Excuse me. It has been a while.
Have we met before?
Well, did we need to? We have the night sky, the full moon, the blood moon even, as it should be.
Oh,
I see you have most of the elemental orbs. That is enough for me. Shall we?
What?
Who are
Can we?
Well,
Let's
can
roll
you
back
not-
like a little bit.
the cinematic replays. Lucifer,
Whoa.
Halloween Queen.
Yes, you can read it this time, yes? Did you turn on captions?
you? Yes, I get that, but like we know your name was Queen Luciphine, but who? Like, we have no idea who you are other than your name. Why you're here? Why do you want to fight us?
Well, you have been going around capturing the stones and whatever it is you heroes do.
Oh no no no
Oh,
no
no, 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 no.
Okay, we're not the heroes. I am a fairy. I'm technically a summon of the heroes, but the heroes suck and they left me in a cave. So we were like, screw the heroes because they're gone now. Like probably forever. We never have to worry about them again. They're the worst people and they're gone. And then we were like, wow, the game's broken, so we should do something. And the Elven Oracle told us to go collect a bunch of orbs. So we're collecting the orbs because we're trying to save the game, because the game's broken.
Well, the game has to be a little broken. Nobody... I don't think anybody bought me.
What? No one bought you?
You must know the dangers of piracy. I can see your hat.
Okay, let's, have you been having an existential crisis
Oh,
recently?
ever so much.
Okay, alright. Are you familiar with what the Mire is?
Yes, it is one of the parts of my domain, yes?
Uh,
Have you fought
you-
the sludge monster?
what?
No, not Mire as in like muck and mire. We mean like the force that is attempting to rend apart the game down to the base code.
Oh, no, I only broke down a simple little barrier.
What? I feel like we're having two different conversations and I can't even understand one of them. And now it's two.
So let's
wait a
back.
minute.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
let us
I
move back
use-
a little. I can understand the presence of Rosalind. It is odd that she would do her own dirty work, but this dog is here and is possessed of this strange new astral magic that I myself have only found out a little while ago.
I mean, so technically I'm a werewolf now. So,
Good,
you know,
good.
real fond of the whole aesthetic that you're putting out here,
Oh.
but yeah.
Yeah, the
Um,
spooky thing is like super cool. I'm very into it.
So we are trying to stop the game from breaking, but also like we're not the Lightsworn heroes.
Indeed, my creator surpasses the Lightsworn heroes in every way. Valor and determination and power.
Oh,
Yeah.
we surpassed the Lightsworn here. So that
Please
should be
don't
no
help
issue
me.
then.
What?
Right, shall we?
Wait, hold on.
No,
I still don't understand
You
why
suddenly
we have
hear
to fight.
combat music starting to swell.
no. We don't want to fight. We don't want to fight you. Okay, we.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna fight her, okay. Why do you want to fight?
Well, why would I not want to fight? It is my raison d'etre. I awaited the Lightsworn heroes. They would not come, so I've come to seeking them out, but
Oh, so you were also like abandoned in a cave.
no, I was quite comfortable. You know,
Oh,
the mansion in the pumpkin patch?
you got a mansion? That's not
You
fair.
don't?
Okay, well now I kind of want to fight you.
You
Well-
do realize, Rosalind, that both you and Stoobs have critically low health right now after your
But-
various adventures.
But I can't fight you because we already fought an assassin today, so we need a rest first. Can we fight after? Can we can we schedule it in? Are you free like Wednesday?
Yeah, we have a very full schedule right now. I will be honest.
So
Well,
we
I-
can
I
totally
have been
schedule fighting
waiting
you in. I
for-
see this really important to you. But do you mind if we just delay a little bit?
Oh no, of course I understand. I've been waiting for it amount of time, and go rest up. Should I escort you to an inn? Do you need healing potions?
You know, we can just sleep on the dragon. Actually, like, we could just hang out for a bit. You could tell us about how life is like being a Halloween queen.
Yes. Well, to be completely honest with you, it is a title that's very natural to me personally. I've never really thought much about it.
How many
So-
people live in your domain? Are they all like zombies?
Yes, I suppose that would require one to define people. Many of the undead, some sludge monsters. Really alright once you get to know him. Obviously, many spooky butlers, and
Ooh.
I have been working on a creation. I think she might be supposed to backstab me and fight the heroes in my stead once I've finally been reduced to 0 hit points. But that is all for a later date.
Oh, what if you just don't make them so they can't backstab you?
Well, why would I not do that? It would raise drama post-mortem.
No, but like, you don't have to exist for the Lightsworn heroes. You can just be yourself and do what you want to do.
Yes, I do wish to be myself and fight the Lightsworn heroes to the death.
To the death?
Well, to my death, obviously. They will get extra tries.
So you're just okay with dying?
You're just fine with that? Like, that's acceptable to you?
Oh, what else am I going to do with all my time?
Arts and
So
crafts.
much else you can do.
Yeah, like
There's so much else. You know what? I got Stu some fancy bacon. Maybe you can like bacon too.
Baking?
yeah. Have you tried like eating? Yeah,
Mm.
cause like
No, I do like this baking aspect though. It involves, usually the servants do it, but it involves much fire, does it not?
Yeah.
All right. And I think she'll like turn to
Let's
a flock
find,
of
like, a
seagulls and then
kitchen.
just incinerate them.
what?
Wait, what? My ear thing fell out. What?
Alright, so go ahead and roll your forceful to see how
Alright.
well you incinerate these passing birds.
Yeah, well, let's have a look.
I think given
Yeah.
given the current environment
Does
and
my
aesthetic,
character sheet work for that?
yeah, you can just click on forceful.
Alright.
4. Okay.
let's see.
You
Okay,
watch
That's a 4.
as Luciphine just extends a hand, doesn't even look, and immediately these passing crows just get blasted until they turn into the very sort of cartoony sort of
I think
fried
they
breast.
turn into, most of them turn into coins and some of them turn into like
There are some
fried
coins.
chicken legs.
And they just begin plummeting.
I
Whoa!
Oh,
think catches a few of them in her parasols. Here, should this provide sufficient healing?
I mean,
Oh.
it might, but did you have fun doing that?
Oh, of course, yes.
okay. I mean, it's a little destructive, but like you also made something, so that's good. I mean, so yeah, like try a chicken leg, you know?
Well, this
And
is
I'll
something
try to lead by example and take one and start
Okay.
eating it.
So while you have this sort
Yeah,
of
it's pretty good.
impromptu barbecue in the sky, Roz and Stoops, go ahead and reduce your stress. Or rather, clear your stress boxes again. If you have a minor consequence, go ahead and just obliterate it. It's gone. And remind me if you have a
The
moderate
seagulls.
consequence.
I have a moderate and a severe consequence.
What is your
Oh
moderate?
god.
Rose.
I still have a self-inflicted burn.
At this point, that is now downgraded to a minor consequence.
That's great. I'm very happy about that.
And what about
and
you,
then I
Stoops?
have
Go-
drained from the poison.
Unfortunately, that's still in play.
Awesome.
So I had stitched up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's your moderate one.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mild one was just lingering wounds, so I assume that one's gone.
That's gone. Go ahead and just reduce the moderate stitched up to just stitch scars for a minor now.
Okay.
And go ahead and restore your fate points if you haven't already, as you sort of chow down, sort of share some stories here. During this time, Rosalind, you get a little bleep in your head of just bleep, 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 bleep.
Ring, I answer it.
Is this Agent Rosalind?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You see that this sort of like split screen effect happens where you're sort of talking on one side and there's a picture of the other person talking on the other side. You see this sort of fairly, generic man with this long mullet and an eye patch, and he's kind of smoking a cigar as well.
You a pirate?
And he goes, no.
Oh.
Are you?
Yes.
Great. I have some intelligence here from one Arvat. Said I needed to contact you about something. It was a matter of national security.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Arvat, is he okay? Is he not candy? What's going on?
Let me see if I can. You just hear these terrible sounds as the codec is transferred from one person to another, and they realize very quickly that it's not so easily done. And so Arvat's just like, I'll just yell into it. Hi, Rosalind, is that you? Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, hello. I have some very big news, and I could really use some help. How are things going for you these days? Are you in a position to sort of help us out, maybe again?
Oh yeah, totally. I'm here with the Halloween Queen and Stoobs, and we're chilling on a dragon.
Oh, how's Stoobs? Is she okay?
Stoobs a werewolf now.
Is that oh, wow, okay. Is that a like big ape still with you?
Oh no. He joined the band. I actually saw. Oh god, I hope he's okay.
You look back at the smoldering, obliterated ruin of the castle. He's probably fine.
I think
dead?
between
Permadeath?
the oh sorry.
Oh yeah, were you saying something? Go.
I think between the big ape question and you clarifying that no, that is a different person. Like there is a brief moment where boss music flares up and like Luciphine's eyes go red.
Oh, that was Sorry, there was boss music for a second. You know how it is.
I don't. But listen, it's vitally important. We
I know.
found the Lightsworn heroes.
No.
They're right here with us. We found them.
Boo.
What?
No, this is good. This is our entire reason for going out there and finding them. We found them. They're here.
Oh well, I don't. You know what? I passed the thing to Stu. I don't like
You move it over to Stoobs. Now it Stoobs his little head in the sort of split screen. Hello, you
Hey,
still
this
there?
is Stoobs.
Oh.
Yeah. So you found the Lightsworn heroes?
Yes, we found them. They're in the dungeons of the Doomhold. And we found that almost by accident. You know, I'm really good at finding secrets. We found them. They're in a secret save room at the bowels of the Doomhold.
Okay, what are they doing? Are they just standing there?
Well, yeah, they're really not doing anything much at all. Someone tried to talk to them, now they're stuck in dialogue that they can't get out of.
Okay. So you guys are at the Doomhold.
Yeah, middle of the Blightlands.
Oh boy.
Can you help
I
us?
don't. Where are we? Right
You're currently flying sort of in you're sort of middle south of Phantasia right now. I don't know if you know the precise location of the Blightlands, unless you would like to look it up.
Hey, can we make a reference call real quick, and then we'll call you back in a second here.
Okay.
We're technically on a mission from the Wicked Witch and the scientist.
The Wicked Witch? Is she?
She's a turncoat now. She's on our side.
Okay, cool. There's also hundreds of prisoners here. Thought I should mention that as well. That we need to get them out somehow.
Is this about the candy thing? Because I was like,
Yes.
I blue screened for a really long time, and I'm just learning about this, so...
Oh, we saw it all. They put us at the side of the sort of executionist stage as they made us watch it. They took tinsel and they turned him into candy. They just fed that candy to somebody else, and they got really strong just like tinsel. And they just kept doing it. And the Fire Lord said anybody who is not loyal will be turned to candy, and anybody who's loyal will get fed the candy. And they've got so strong, it's really scary.
I mean, even if you're loyal to him, why would you want to eat that? That's cannibalism.
I don't think anybody cares that much.
Okay.
And also, the Vile Lord might have something called, what was it? Iron Gear. An Iron Gear, which is really, I forget why it's bad. It can fire nukes. Yeah, so that's also bad.
Nuclear capabilities?
I'm looking into it. So yeah, we can use some help over here when at your earliest convenience.
Okay, yeah. I will. I need to debrief some people, and then we will call you back. Okay.
All right.
Okay. We're gonna be on our way. All right.
Okay.
Bye. I'm just gonna hang up and just. They have nukes.
I don't know what that is. Is that another one of the
It is-
heroes?
No, a nuclear weapon is something that is very, very bad and can just level cities.
It can level? It's
Oh,
like a really
like
big
Inferno 7.
bomb?
It's a very big bomb that is very, very bad. And
I want to see that. Ooh,
No, you
what if
don't.
we added
No,
magic
you don't.
to it?
No.
Magic
Okay,
nuke,
we are just gonna
magic
take to avoid bogging this down and getting too existential.
Now,
Yeah, Josephine?
yes, Luciphine, thank you very much.
Lucy.
No, it is Luciphine, the Halloween Queen. I shall not stand for such insolence. But you, were-dog.
No,
Yes.
I'm not dog. I'm a
No,
fairy.
your friend, the were-dog.
Yes.
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 Okay. Am I to understand that you are to infiltrate a gloomy stronghold, gather candy, dismantle a doomsday weapon, or capture it?
Something dismantle. We are dismantling this. I'm going to give you the full rundown on why this is a terrible idea, but we don't have time right now.
Yes, no,
Wait,
that,
yes.
Magic,
Listen.
magic.
that sounds close enough to my questline. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Do we still have to battle you to the death?
Well, only at the end.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what if like you fight with us instead of against us?
Yeah, wait,
Oh,
instead
you
of,
need
you
help
know,
getting there?
your creation joining us, why don't you join us?
Oh, I have nothing to do.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna quickly put my cat away because he's messing with the green screen.
Oh. So Stoobs, who
I
you
was wondering why that was flickering in the background there.
Oh, look at the cat.
Oh.
Stoobs, were you getting in contact with somebody?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to call our good friends. I cannot remember their actual names right now, but the scientist and the Wicked Witch.
Yes, of course. You can only call them one at a time, unfortunately, such as the limitation of
Okay.
the codex. So who would
I
you like to call
assume
first?
that they're still working together, right? So they might be in the same
They-
area.
They seem to have some kind of tension between them, so you think they're kind of like
Mm-hmm.
going off and doing their own thing, but working, to the same aims, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I feel like we're getting our quests from the scientist. Like she's kind of
She seems to have the
telling
best
us where to go.
understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, so I'll call her first.
Okay, you go bleep 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 bleep, and then suddenly you just see very close up to the camera, just hello, and the scientist
my
kind of like zooms back out again, and she goes, "This is a truly impressive device you've got here. Tell me all about it.
That's
What do these numbers mean? What do they do?"
another time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Another time. So, Arvat, and the gnomes, and a lot of other people are currently being held in captivity in the stronghold of the Force of Chaos. And apparently they've managed to break out and done some snooping. They found the Lightsworn heroes.
What?
Yeah, and apparently they're catatonic, and someone's trapped in dialogue with them, and they cannot escape.
Wonderful. Do you have any idea how many powerful artifacts and abilities the Lightsworn heroes have? If you could get up to them, you could take all those things. You could get the map. You could get the lantern. You could get all sorts of goodies all for yourself. This is great. Epic tier gear we're talking about here. Oh, good find. Very
So
good find.
There's another problem. So they are in. It's the Doomhold or Gloomhold.
The Doomhold.
So they're in the Doomhold, deep in enemy territory. They also apparently have something that is capable of launching a nuclear warhead.
Oh no. Did they pilfer it from the 4X games?
I have no idea what that means. Something about metal and being a gear and
Oh, I believe I've heard
Something-
of this. It's extermination.
yeah, it just
I
kind of.
don't remember the other ones. I'm just going to assume it's 3 other exterminations.
Yeah.
Either way, it sounds bad. Okay. So another thing to add to the list. Bad guys have nukes now.
Yes.
Okay.
So they would like our assistance.
Understandable.
So like we're kind of on this quest to find all these orbs and things like that. Can we afford a detour right now? Like,
The scientist kind of like pulls up some sort of device in the background and says, "Okay, well let me check. Let's see how everything's going in the region that you're currently in. What is the? Oh, I can see your location here actually. Okay. Okay, so good news.
yeah, where are we?
So you're kind of to the south-ish. I can give you your exact coordinates, but they mean nothing to you. Where you are currently, instability is beautifully low. I'm getting 0 rift bleeds. Looks like you've mopped up the area very well. We've got a few hotspots otherwise, but you're not my only warriors doing the good work, so I could try and send some of them to go out there and do some stuff if you've got this to deal with. It seems like a pretty big haul, so I think it'll be worth it.
Okay. Any intel? Well, I suppose I should talk to the Wicked Witch about this. But any intel on how to get in?
Nope. I can
Oh,
tell you that
no.
in the game proper, I was enlisted by the Lightsworn Heroes to help them reassemble the airship that they rummaged up from the deserts to get over their little barrier. So that's all I've got for you, unfortunately. Everything else took me by surprise, and I'm kind of focused on other things at the moment. Also, there are these brain slugs here that really want to get into my brain. Get out of here!
Where are you?
In just a very bad place. There's a lot of these brain slugs. There's this big brain that is looking at me very scarily. There's these space pirates. It's all sort of bad things.
That doesn't sound like a happy place.
No, but the technology is impressive.
Ooh.
I feel like you're both too trigger happy sometimes. So yeah, okay, that's kind of what we wanted to check in with. Oh, also the Meyer formed like a thing, a living entity.
Yes,
Rosalind
no, the
fought
bug
it,
monster.
I
You are
blue
supposed to fight him
screen.
before me.
What?
The
What?
bug monster?
No, a different thing,
No.
Different, big, red, scary.
Uh,
No, your thing might have been big, red, and scary.
Well, I cannot help but feel like your scope may be, well, I don't know what to say brother, but different from
Yes, different
working
is a
your
good
way
thing.
up to fight me?
What? No. Okay, so the worlds are colliding, right? Like they're smashing together, and little bits of different worlds are coming into our world. So a lot of different and weird things are around. I did a good job explaining.
Stoobs, you see that the scientist holds up to her camera this sort of almost incomprehensible chart, except you can see very clearly just some massive bars on it, and she says, "Okay, so that explains these massive spike of readings that I got. Thought it was the end of the world. Glad to see it wasn't. Yeah, what was the deal with that? I'm a bit far from home right now to sort of do the calculations. What's the deal?"
We broke stuff, and then a big monster was like, rah! And then I teamed up with the assassin, and we beat it up using magic and cannons and people.
Two
That
interesting
last
things
one.
there. First of all, how did you break it? Second of all, how did you stop it?
It had to eat lots of stuff. So I broke the castle and let the castle eat it.
I'm sorry,
And
these
then-
brainworms are getting really aggressive. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
hang up soon. I need to get back there and debrief you on all of this. This sounds very useful, important data. So,
Okay,
just-
also have fun with the Wicked Witch. Wink, wink, wink.
I don't understand what you and then cuts out at that point.
Okay. So yeah, we can go to the Doom Hold. That's fine. We just gotta figure out how to get into it. Okay. So, phone call number 2. The Wicked Witch.
Okay, bling, 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 bling. Like an old person using Zoom, you kind of like see just the chin
Oh, no.
and sort of upper torso of the Wicked Witch. Is like, hello, who is this? What is going on here?
She's my favorite to break. I've been breaking her like 10 different times.
I don't understand.
I apologize if Rosalind has been flooding your inbox, but we're headed to the Doomhold. Apparently, they have found the Lightsworn
What?
heroes, and they have nuclear capabilities.
What? What? She yells
yeah.
out. And the Wicked Witch, kind of like adjusting the camera a little bit, says, "Okay, let's take this one step at a time. First of all, you plan to go to the end tier part of the game, which you definitely aren't strong enough to go to. Second of all, the Lightsworn heroes have been found and they were in the Doomhold the entire time. How is that possible? And third of all, these nuclear things, what are they? What are you talking about?"
Big bomb
Okay.
bad.
So
Okay, big bombs. all right.
also, we we met the Halloween Queen, and I'll like tilt the cameras. Like,
Well,
Lucifina, say
well,
hi.
If it isn't Luciphine. Had to get the new young mage boss, didn't they? Apparently the Wicked Witch was just too uninteresting.
Do I know you?
No, but I know you.
Oh, well, finally. I am glad to see my name known and feared somewhere. So I shall spare you today, peasant.
Goodness, I hate the new models.
Okay, didn't expect so much animosity there, but moving right along. So yeah.
Oh no, that was very friendly for my standards.
That's not what we call friendly.
Nope. So Sphinx here. She's gonna help us get in there. Cause she's
so young and powerful. I get it. I understand.
Well,
Oh no,
mostly
I'm actually
it's-
thousands of years old. I think I'm supposed to be some sort of vampire.
Oh, good. Lucky you. That's wonderful.
Well,
Also,
to
she's
grow
just
old
hell-bent
with,
on fighting us.
I shall never be able to grow old with grace like yourself. That is, grow a wonderful, venerable nose and chin, and well, perhaps look better while brewing potions. It has its own appeal.
I think we're gonna hang up the call now. We'll just figure it out. It'll be fine.
Okay.
You do see that you have a
okay.
missed call from Arvat, who's trying to get back into contact.
Oh, okay. I returned the call.
So Arvat says, here's the thing. We are kind of trapped here right now. They've got a lot of patrols around. We've got this guy with us. What was your name again? Solid Salamander. Yeah, Solid Salamander. He's not actually a salamander. It's very confusing. But he managed to get in. Can you just, like, do what he did and just, like, help us out?
What did he do?
You hear him kind of, like, come back on the Kodak call. And he's like, I used the most sophisticated stealth technology available to me. A cardboard
Whoa.
box.
What the fuck?
I'm a master of on-site acquisition of weapons and tools, and a master
card-
of CQC when I need it.
A cardboard box is not high tech, buddy.
Then why'd it work?
Maybe it is. Was it like a magic box?
No, very standard, although I found no other cardboard boxes in this place.
Did you use it to saw yourself in twain?
No.
Then I'm afraid I don't know this implement.
Okay, well, we can't use that technology.
Arvat hops back on the call again. He says, so here's the problem. Originally, the Blightlands had a big, like, magical barrier around it to stop anybody from coming in, and the Lightsworn heroes, as far as I understand it in the story, they got an airship to fly over it and, like, do all the stuff, right? So flying over it, we made another airship and we did just that, right? Big hole in the plan, though, is that they've extended it now, and it's less of a wall and more of a dome-y kind of thing, so nobody can really get in, unless you are the forces of chaos or wrapped in their trains that kind of sap you of all power. And I wouldn't recommend either of those, so could you, like, maybe, find a way to destroy the barrier or something?
Tunnel under it.
We could tunnel under it. We could pretend that Luciphine is gonna join the forces of chaos and sneak in that way.
No, listen, if they get you in any of those prisoner chains, they're gonna drag you to the candy machine and just candify you immediately. Like, capture is not an option.
That's true. Alright, I guess I'll try to dig a big hole in the ground.
You hear that Solid Salamander comes back on and says, my point of infiltration was a sewer that led directly into the bowels of this place. Low security.
Yeah, do you know where that is? Can you give us, like, location?
Yeah, if you go to the Blightlands, as they're called here, and you keep moving to the west, and then after a few clicks of movement and surviving in hostile terrain, you just need to find the grate that has been burned open. That was me.
This all sounds very demeaning. Can we not simply burn a hole and in their defenses?
Can you break through?
In my reconnaissance of looking over the place, they have heightened security everywhere but this one point of contact I could find. We're talking aerial drone-like things. And other big things. I haven't really seen these kinds of things before. I think they experimented with nanomachines or something.
And,
Oh, bud, I
Well,
think it's
I,
worse
I
than
don't know
that.
about nanomachines, son, but I'm sure that we can find some way that doesn't involve us trudging to the sludge.
Believe me, I've checked. It's the only way. Sometimes you gotta get dirty to get the job done.
Hmm.
it's okay. I mean, it's not like it's gonna change our character model too much.
That's true. There's no dirt physics in this game.
Yeah. It's just difficult terrain. It just slows you down.
So,
Won't be
hey,
terrible.
Salamander Man.
Yeah.
Anything else you got? Like, any notes? Any advice?
I do. Going through the sewers, I recommend absolute stealth. There were these rat creatures everywhere, and they seemed extremely hostile. Do not engage. Just sneak right past them.
Oh,
Oh,
so we should
so
not
there
blow
are
up
creatures
the
of the
rats.
night?
Okay, do not blow up rats. Do not blow up rats. Fine.
Sorry, Queen, I didn't hear what you just said.
You're saying that there's creatures of the night there?
I don't know if I'd classify them that way, but I'm not a biologist, I'm just a soldier.
No, I'm fairly sure is that if it's good enough for Stoker, it's good enough for me. I may be able to do something with this.
Ooh.
Can you command the rats?
Well, it's been a while since I've tried. They're not very plentiful. All these black cats in my domain, you see. But they may be amenable.
You're so cool.
I know.
Anyway, I've got a mission I need to get to. I need to find confirmation that they have one of these iron gears. So, if I'm your only point of contact with these gnomes, then I'm afraid you're gonna be out of contact with them now.
Wait, I think I can just call them, right?
Great.
Like,
We can keep this line clear then. Best of luck with your infiltration.
bye.
And bloop. Codec call ends.
I think I like the witch better.
We've
Salamander
never
Man.
met this guy before, so this was new for us too.
Well,
So it looks like the only point of entry is, in fact, the sewer.
So we'll just go into the sewer and make friends with some rats, and then we'll go and I don't remember the rest of the plan, but that's fine. Let's go.
yes,
Yeah,
well, we
I
don't
mean-
need a plan.
Yeah. Why need a plan when you have bombs and magic?
The only plan that matters is my creator's plan.
Yeah. Wait, Sky said, let's go.
Yes, good work, Dragon. Keep on carrying us.
I'll just pat him on the shoulder and just be like, "Hey, bud, do you know where we're going now?"
I do not.
Okay, so relay what Solid Salamander said to
Okay.
me.
You start kind of flying
trying to get
around in overworld travel, kind of just like the three of you on the back of this, in your chibi forms, kind of on the back of this chibi dragon, just kind of like hurtling through the air. You eventually kind of like you fly over various villages that are just smoking. You fly over oceans where you can see there are actual sort of forces of chaos like units just stomping right across the oceans, and you don't entirely understand what's going on there. But fortunately, you're high in the sky and they can't possibly get to you from here. And you keep flying around until you enter the sort of northwesterly region of Phantasria, known as the Wretched, Blasted Blightlands. And here, Rosalind, it is upsetting for you because everything looks withered and practically dead. The trees blackened and gnarled, many thorns and brambles everywhere, lots of sharp rock just splayed about the place, and the clouds here are very thick and quite poisonous as well. Soon, as you're flying through here, you and Sky all notice that the air is getting quite toxic, and you are forced to land. And soon you can see before you, cutting through the fog, there is this massive red dome of arcane energy, and this is the sort of protective barrier that the forces of chaos have set up around their domain.
Ugh.
You
I
also
need to-
see that there are footprints and many sort of chaos soldiers moving back and forth throughout this place. So Sky is quick to sort of land amongst a lot of destroyed and burnt trees to try and keep things on the down low.
Also, while we were in the air, I explained to both of them why nuclear weapons are bad.
You like look up a YouTube video to show them.
Would Rosalind
We
understand
cover
this?
it.
I think the main
Okay.
thing that Lucifine takes away from this is that it is a high-level fire spell followed by a high-level poison spell.
I think Rosalind's just like, cool, big bomb still.
Oh my god.
I mean, in video game terms, nukes aren't that bad. They only create the game into a post-apocalyptic game now.
Oh,
Man, I don't want this to become Fallout right away.
That's next
if
week,
you
damn it.
explain it'll switch the genre, then Rosalind would probably be less into it. Then she'd be like, what if I add plant magic to it? Then we'll just have a plant wasteland. That would be cool. No, she's into it.
That would just be the Cambrian explosion, but bad. Okay. Well, that plan failed. Anyway.
I think from there on, the conversation just derails into like probably like Lucifine or Rose talking about the idea of haunted forest magic.
Yeah. Whoa. Spooky magic. That would be so cool. Have you ever made haunted trees?
Oh, all the time.
I mean, we-
okay,
we
I'm gonna make a
met.
tree, and then you should make it haunted. I make a tree.
As you reach out with your power of nature magic, Rosalind, the thing that grows very quickly withers, and it just gives birth to this gnarled, ruined stump-like creature.
I
Oh,
think
I
like
hate that.
if you've ever seen the old, I think it's Snow White. No, with all of the trees with the branches that look like gnarled hands, and then they
Oh, yeah.
the evil faces in them.
Yeah, I
You know
don't
what?
think that's gonna work here.
I don't think magic's gonna. Boo.
No, no, that is a tree.
No, that's not a tree.
What do yours look like?
I'll show you when we get out of here.
All right.
You hear the sound of light chaos cavalry coming your way astride steeds that billow smoke with every step they take.
Okay, we gotta move and we gotta hide.
Right.
So
Yes. Do you have
I mean,
any like?
yeah, they're gonna kill us if they find us.
Well, it's just a light cavalry unit. Surely we can do something about that.
No, we could totally take them. I 100% think we could take them. The thing is that there's a bunch of dead bodies, then they can track us.
In this case, at least, Rosalind and Stoobs, you see a little kind of triple skull icon above the health bar, whereas Lucifine, you don't see that. So you're just like, what's the big deal?
Lucifine can take
What's
them.
the big deal?
I'll clarify that. Lucifine, I think you could take them. I think you could really take them. But
What?
there's a bunch of tracking bodies, and then all of them will come and find us, and it'll make our job really hard if we constantly have to deal with minions.
All right, fine. Well, if you have to be a coward about it, and I think
Being a
Lucifine just-
coward.
Lucifine starts conjuring up like mist or something to try and disguise it.
Very quickly, this place billows with mist, and you can see just the sort of flaming red eyes of these soldiers as they storm through this place. You do hear the sound of Sky, who's sort of whispering to all of you, saying, "I am an opalescent rainbow dragon. I fear that my attempts at hiding will be very bad, so I'm going to leave. You should tell me when you need me again."
Okay, yeah,
And
that's probably a good idea.
with that, he turns around and takes to the sky, leaving a nice gleaming rainbow in his wake. And you see the soldiers
Goodbye,
just like,
Novelty.
"What the hell?"
That is very noticeable. Okay, all right. Let's find the stinking sewer.
All right. Just to
Let's
expedite
do
things,
this.
why doesn't the one of you who is the best at... Well, actually, yeah. Why don't each of the three of you tell me how you're sort of carrying yourselves through this sort of trekking through this unknown and dangerous land? What kind of things are you doing on this journey?
Mm. Hmm. Do we have like unlimited stamina, or is
It,
limited running a thing?
it's as limited as the dice rolls determine.
Because I think that like having gained sentience recently, like Lucifine might be doing that thing that if someone is playing a video game and they're just having to walk for a long time,
Mhm.
they'll just take to constantly rolling or jumping or something.
Just to mix things up a little bit.
It's
Yeah,
just
I love
gotten,
that.
like she's just using her newfound sentience to do just jump up into the air and then do a little like dorsal hover slowly down.
Okay, so why don't you roll
I didn't know
forceful?
I had these animations.
You roll forceful, Luciphine. What about the other two? What are you both doing?
Are you sure it's not flashy?
It could be flashy if you'd like, yeah.
Being creepy like tree things constantly, so they're covering me like these dead shrubs. Just
Wait,
like
When you say cover me, do you mean like you're sort of carrying them with you, or you just keep spawning them behind you as you go?
I know, I just keep spawning them behind me. Rosalind doesn't like think enough of, oh, if I make one and just hold it, that would work.
Okay.
She's just like,
Make
Go
a
ahead.
ghillie suit, yeah.
Go ahead and roll flashy, Rosalind. And what about you, Stoobs?
Oh boy. I think that I am trying to find the trail that Solid Salamander left. So
Okay.
I'm like checking for tracks and just trying to navigate that way. I
Sounds good.
guess.
You can go ahead and roll clever or careful for that. As you hunt down any trace. That's very good. Okay, so so Ros, as you're sort of creating these things behind you,
ugly, ugly. Ugh.
with every one you create, you realize that none of these are going to have any kind of what's the word?
Impact.
Yes, in fact, that's exactly what I was looking for. But you at least have access to your magic here. It just unfortunately all natural life is just drained by the necrotic forces of corruption in this land. Luciphine, as you're kind of like jumping and rolling around, just kind of experimenting with different things, it takes a while, but across this journey, you see that your acrobatics and athletics both increase by 1, which, in terms of fate, is meaningless. But for your character, hey, congratulations! Meanwhile, Stoobs, it is a tough trail to pick up on, but you do manage to get the faintest scent of what you assume is this solid salamander fellow, and it's a fairly sort of a unique scent compared to the rest of just the smoke and toxicity in the air of this place, and you manage to follow it just enough to eventually find this big sort of sewer grate opening that kind of leads as a tunnel into sort of a mountainside nearby. And looking closer, you can see that there were kind of big bars on top, and a few of them have been cut, allowing entrance within.
This is it. Who wants to go first?
Jump in.
Did you say jump in or not me?
No, I said I'll jump in.
Okay, you jump in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Roz, immediately you jump in. It's very, very dark in here. But if you wanted to, you could create some fairy lights to sort of illuminate things a little bit. And you see it as a rather boring, very stinky sewer pipe. Big, lots of brickwork around, and just like a slow trail of sludge coming out. It does not smell great.
Ooh, can I use this opportunity to give each of them like this odd object? It's like a handheld lantern that's shaped like a pumpkin, and there's this.
Oh, so cute.
Well, one has an orange and one has a purple like light inside.
Oh, I love that. Yes, absolutely. You can easily conjure up these pumpkin lanterns and just kind of deposit both of them to these two.
Mhm.
As a Halloween queen, you can easily see in all darkness, so it's not a problem for you.
Yeah, see, I mean, my eyes do start glowing red at this point.
Yes.
Ooh.
Alright, so you venture further into this pipe, and it goes for a long, long way, to the point where for a second you worry if you've kind of been caught in some kind of video game loop where you're just walking over the same section again and again and again, or if you're in some kind of hidden loading screen and it's just taking a very long time to load the next section of this game. But eventually you start to see surroundings that aren't completely identical to the pipe you've been moving through, and it seems to open up into more of a interconnected sewer network, and it's no real indication of which way to go, but in the darkness you do hear squeak, squeaking.
Oh. Okay. I think that might. The rats are here.
Okay.
Yes.
So
One of you is a fairy, the other is an animal, and I myself am a creature of the night. I'm sure that rats will fall into one of those categories. Surely one of us can talk to them.
okay.
Oh, I can enter people's brains now.
Well, rats are not generally considered people, but perhaps if one interprets more broadly, well, it never seemed to matter for the were-dog here.
That's really true.
Okay, I'll try talking to some rats.
What form are you currently in, Stoobs?
I am currently a person, but I will.
Wait, you're a person?
Yeah, I'm a person right now.
I thought you were a dog.
So, like, I have a human form and a wolf form now
Okay.
because I got
You know
a
what,
human
I'm just going
body.
to chalk this up to snooty royalty.
No, she
Well,
got a
smell
body in
like
the
a
Sims
dog.
world.
I feel like you can see like werewolf like next to the name, so you're just that would make sense to just be like, oh, you're a dog. It's this werewolf.
You have
so-
Halloween
you're
vision, and
fine.
you see the world very differently than everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be very funny if like people still saw like her name tag and it was just like still Corgi.
Yeah.
It's like what? Okay. So I will go werewolf. I will spend a fate point for that.
Okay.
So
So this is the kind of hybrid bipedal
And-
wolf sort of form? Or is it more
I think
wolf?
I'm trying. Yeah, it's more wolf.
Dire wolf. Awesome. Sounds good.
Because I'm trying to not freak out the rats too much.
Alright.
I'm going into this like, hello, fellow animals, kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I will sniff out one of these rats and attempt to make conversation.
Okay. You do, you kind of like stalk forward a little bit, kind of like your paws sloshing in the filth of this place, and soon you're able to see two rats, and I mean like rat-sized rats, they're very small, just kind of like both of them sort of sitting, you can't really see what they're doing, but you've sort of, go ahead and roll sneaky actually, to see if you can sort of not startle them, I guess. Just gently introduce yourself. Okay.
That's a 4.
They kind of like turn around and they see you and sort of like seem very worried for a second, and then what do you say? Hello, fellow
hey guys,
kids.
what's up?
One of the rats is just kind of like looks for a second and goes, hey Morty, do we need to be worried about whatever this is right now? And they're speaking. You've never really seen or heard a rat speak. In fact, you've killed hundreds of these things, and they've never spoken to you before. And the other rat goes, I don't know. It could. Hey, how do you feel about Forces of Chaos?
Pretty neutral. How do you feel?
If you had to, like, say for or against, for example, where would you land in that particular paradigm?
I do an insight check.
Yeah, go ahead and roll careful and see if you can glean anything from these rats.
Oh god.
Not
2.
sure. You're not sure.
Okay. I mean, what do you guys think? You know, I'm still trying to form an opinion. You know, just.
Oh no! You,
You know,
gotta
like
tell us. You gotta tell us what you feel about Forces of Chaos right now. All right? Listen, it's an easy question.
Do you need me to step in?
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
are they
who-
listening to
Who's
this?
that back there? What's going on? All right, I don't really trust what's going on over here. And they kind of start backing up a little bit.
No. We're just so we're new here,
and
and
see
we're
what
just
he thinks of Forces of Chaos.
You want to
Can I-
use your new magic to do a mind read? All right, go ahead and roll flashy, Rosalind. Let's see how this goes.
I am so terrified. 3.
Okay, that is just enough to kind of get the surface thoughts. and emotions, and you're reading a lot of sort of fear and trepidation in these rats, and you get the feeling that is not something like a chaos guard would be feeling right now. They would be sort of suspicious, they would be concerned, but not afraid. So
I like to think you also constantly hear the Where the Rats song in the background.
So that's what you get from your quick mind read, Roz.
We hate them, like, a lot. They're bad guys.
Oh, it's so nice to find fellow people who hate forces of chaos. Why didn't you just say so earlier? Oh boy.
Because I didn't know if you were forces of chaos or
Well,
not.
we didn't know if you were forces of chaos or not. We had to be careful. We're just little level 1 rats. We gotta be careful around here, you know?
I think can I even understand this conversation?
You can,
or-
yeah. They're speaking, perfectly normal English.
Okay, in that case, I think I might just choose to not really listen to them. Just
It's
step
like a
forward
level
and-
one.
All right,
Yes, good.
so Big Bad Wolf, what's your story? What you doing down here?
We're here to save some friends who are trapped in the Doomhold.
Oh, yikes. You don't want to go to the Doomhold that's filled with all sorts of baddies and nasties. They're gonna mess you up real good.
Maybe we'll mess them up real good.
Oh, hey, listen to the little cheese on this one. I like it a lot. You guys seem all right. Hey, where you from? Where you from?
A pirate ship now, because my island's dead.
Whoa, that sounds rough.
I'm from Startown.
No kidding! We got a regular Startown veteran right here. A lot of us are from the area around Startown. It's a lovely place, little few too many, shall we say, vermin, present company excluded. Gets a bit rough around those parts. What about you, your majesty?
Yes, I believe I bear no introduction, but that belief has been shaken recently. I am Luciphine, the Halloween Queen. You
Oh,
may bow to me as creatures of the night, and
Okay.
you shall lead us to the Doomhold.
Gonna take a rain check on the whole bowing part. Don't really do that a whole lot, but listen, if you're just trying to get to the Doomhold, I'll tell you right now, suicide mission. You're gonna get yourselves killed, but listen, you also seem confident. And you know what? I like the cut of your jib, so if you want to way out here, we can take you through. Just keep everything you see here on the DL, Can't let anybody know what's going on.
You got it.
Secret.
Okie dokie. Alright, come on, follow us. And you see that
I
the
love
rats
these Brooklyn rats.
the rats are
I
talking
love the Brooklyn rats over here.
the rats are talking back and forth, just like, oh, can you believe it? We met some nice folks for once. And just kind of like chatting about you quite loudly, even though you're very close by. And they lead you through these tunnels.
Did
And
they at any point come across different rats and say, I'm Scotland here?
Now they do. Hey, come on. What's the matter with you guys? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so you follow these rats, and they take you to this kind of like big opening that leads to a much larger area of a cistern. And there is a crude sign that has been set up above the entryway to this place that simply says Rat City. And as you enter, you see a truly industrious area of rat ingenuity. You see various rats kind of running around of different sizes. You've got level 1 normal rats. You've got sort of level 5 dire rats. All of them kind of like scuttering around. They've constructed their own buildings and sort of zipline transportation systems out of just junk and garbage that they found flowing through this place. And it's just a little city. And you can tell that these are all awakened rats because none of them are trying to kill you right now. And it's bustling. It's a bustling place that you found yourself in. You smell sort of a strange aroma of some kind of bubbling chemical or cooking happening in the background as well. And one of the rats turns to you and just says, "So welcome to Rat City. Is it your first time?" I'm just kidding. I know it's your first time. We like to joke around here.
It's gorgeous. I like the zippies.
Oh yeah, they're so much fun. You gotta try it out sometime. We say every time a tourist comes here, you gotta try it out at least one time. It's really good, real fun. Fun for the whole family.
How many tourists do you get?
I'll be honest, our tourist industry ain't our strongest point in Rat City, mostly because we try to keep hidden from basically everything, because basically everything tries to kill us. You know how it is.
So, how long has this been here?
Oh, it's been a while. Oh, boy. Hey, when we meet up with Phoenix? When we meet up with Phoenix? And the other rat says, oh, I don't know when we last met up with Phoenix. It's been a while, though. Hey, do you wanna meet her? It seems like you folks would be interested in meeting our leader.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Sure, yeah.
And they kind of like,
Excuse me.
oh,
I am unused to travel. Are we supposed to, around these small creatures, assume our own smaller, more adorable forms, or I'm unclear on if those are smaller or larger.
What? Can you do that? Yeah, transform, 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 transform.
Remember the overworld ones? And I guess I'll try to turn it to Chidi, like she does for Gilbert.
unfortunately, it does not seem to work. 'Cause it seems locked to rapid travel across vast distances, as opposed to this more dungeon crawling movement
No,
you're doing. at the moment.
that appears to be a perspective-related ability. I'm sorry, I'm still somewhat new to this whole
I wondered
playable
if you
thing.
like had like a Halloween like pumpkin you could walk in or something. I don't know.
Like a
Well,
cat
it
with a
is
little
public
parasol.
domain, and it has been rather edgy lately. Perhaps I can. Do you have any potions or mushrooms that say "eat me" or "drink me" on them? Like, there's a lot of edgy Alice in Wonderland interpretations. So I'd say
Yeah.
there's some overlap there.
If you would like there to be something like that, there can be. I will say these rats do seem Rosalind, to you especially, you notice that almost all of these rats are benefiting from some kind of buff, or several buffs as it is. They seem to be souped up on all sorts of things.
Is your
That's
buff-
not just. Is one of them the Blood Moon?
Yes, but
Or is it just? That's probably just one of like 50 different.
Well, yeah,
things that
they
these
have a
rats
lot of
on.
yeah, the Blood Moon's more of a sort of a permanent status effect they've got right now, whereas their other things are more timed things that are slowly going down. But it looks like they've had something that has increased something of theirs.
I want to know about the smell.
They kind of like look at you and go, "Oh yeah, we got a great production line around here. Gotta get all those ingredients sorted out, chopped up, all fine, all sorted out. Gotta boil them up. Boy, it takes a long time. Gotta guzzle them down. It doesn't taste great, but hey, we're rats. We don't mind, do we? I'm kidding. Some of us have very refined palates.
So what is it that you make?
Oh, just various potions, we got very low hit points and a lot of other things, so we gotta make up for it in some other ways. It's a bit rough out there, otherwise might just bump into a wall and perish. Ugh.
Oh, so you made yourself strong by making magic?
I wouldn't say strong as such as just a little less prone to dying very quickly.
I respect that.
It's tough. It's tough for rats out there. We got so few hit points, and yet just so aggressive. Just gotta keep attacking things. Ugh, glad we broke free of that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys seem to have quite the society.
Oh, that's all
Around
Phoenix.
here.
That's all Phoenix. This is really, truly great. And at this point, they're kind of like bringing you to an area of that's very built up with junk, kind of like passing over the massive cauldron that various rats are just gently kind of like working at to kind of stir up and like bottle the various potions. And you enter a area where there is sort of this war table, various scraps of paper and parchment, and some sort of very powerful artifacts, actually, Phantasrian artifacts. And you see this beautiful sort of like jet black rat with these red eyes sitting astride a chicken like a mount. And this rat has like this Chevalier helmet on that has this beautiful kind of like red and orange plume flowing out the back. You can see she's also got a lance kind of like magnetically attached to her back as well. Has a very nice sort of garment on as well. And as you come in, the rats with you, whose names are Marnie and Morty, by the way, kind of speak up and say, "Hey, yo, Phoenix, we got some visitors. Look at this. This funny kawinky dink. Hey, we thought we'd come meet you. They hate forces of chaos, so I thought you'd get along pretty well. Okay, we'll let you cats have at it. It was wonderful meeting you."
Thanks, guys.
And when they leave, this rat on this chicken, whose name is Phoenix, looks over to you and she says, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's Rosalind and Stoobs. This is incredible. What are you doing
boy.
here?"
We're here to. Wait, do you know?
You know who we are?
Yes, the scientist has been keeping us appraised of the incredible works you've been doing.
Oh,
Me
you're
and,
more of the agents.
Yes,
Kind of
you could say that,
thing.
although I haven't claimed any,
Whatever we are.
yeah, it's hard to say. Haven't claimed any ores myself, but, been doing a lot of Rift Bleed closing. Been to a lot of weird places, seen a lot of weird things, but I'm sure nothing compared to you. Welcome to Rat City.
I love your city. It's super cool.
Yes, I helped found it after, so many of, my brethren were getting, well, attacked by various people looking to get some easy XP, looking to sort of level up a little bit. So I made this sanctuary for them close to the forces of chaos, so that nobody comes here, basically. Yeah. So, who sent you here? Did Broomtree send you?
Oh, you know Broomtree too? No,
I do.
we're here for the gnomes. We're gonna save them, and I guess we're gonna rob the Lightsworn heroes.
Yes, I believe we were sent here by the orders of a man named Hard Lizard.
Hard
Yeah,
Lizard.
Hard Lizard.
I'm unfamiliar with that particular agent, but
Solid Salamander. I think he's from a different game.
it doesn't ring any bells.
see.
But we've had a lot of visitors recently. Okay. Yeah, you've got your
Yes.
mission. So you need to get to the Doomhold?
Yeah, and we're
Yes.
here with the Halloween Queen. Woo!
Oh,
Yes, that would be me. I'm Lizardine, the Halloween Queen. I
Greetings,
can't help but notice
queen.
that there is a distinct lack of trembling before me going on. Is this place also not familiar with my influence?
I have to say I'm not personally familiar with you.
I see. Well,
Coco, are you? And the chicken just goes, "Baka!" I don't think
I
she's
see.
familiar
What
with
is
you
an
either.
odd-looking crow you have there?
It's a chicken. Baka!
Oh, like the ones you find in walls? How odd to see one on.
Baka! And the chicken seems very distressed by that. Just like, "Oh no, it's okay, Coco. It's okay. Probably best not to mention, anything roast or anything like that. It's okay."
Yes, I'm unsure of why, but there's many of them in the walls of my mansion.
Don't listen, Coco. Don't listen. It's okay. It's okay.
We were Coco, I promise.
That's good because she will summon an army of other chickens and they will destroy you. It's her her ability.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Well, that may be something to
it's
keep into
after they're
consideration if
done.
no one else can tell me.
Yep.
So yeah, do you have any idea how to get into the Doomhold or anything? Like you said, you've had a lot of visitors lately. Who's been coming through?
No, we've had no visitors lately. Apart from other
Oh.
rats.
Ah.
No, to get to the Doomhold itself, I have scouts that go throughout these tunnels, making sure forces of chaos are sneaking up on us. But well, we've run into two problems. One is the barrier. There's no real way to get past that, so we can only kind of go up to it. There's a tunnel that can take you straight to a portion of the barrier, but there's simply nothing in this game that can get past it, so I don't really know what to do from there. But there's also the stuff in front of that, which is how to describe it? Corruption?
Now, all of these sound like there is some sort of force labyrinth guarding these lands.
There's a very big, scary arcane barrier. Yes.
Yes. Have you tried navigating using the right-hand rule?
Yes.
What?
We tried that.
It is
didn't
where you
work.
put your right hand up to every wall you come across and blast it apart using high-level destructive magic.
Oh. No, we haven't done
Cool.
that. The walls here are very strong.
We could try it.
Maybe. Just, please don't cause any cave-ins in my home. We'd really appreciate that.
I
make
have
no
an
promises.
80% rate of not blowing people up and things
Okay.
that aren't
Maybe
supposed to be.
suddenly occurs to me that the best thing for me to do is probably send you on your way as soon as possible and see if there's anything you can do away from Rat City.
Oh yeah.
I see
But
you're
again,
getting around to the
80% rate.
trembling part.
Okay. Well, listen. I'm quite I'm trying to sort of grind my enchanting because I need it to get the Mystic Cavalier Prestige class that I'm shooting for. So, hey, do you want any enchantments?
Yes.
I've been
no.
making so many rings of water walking because there's like various gems in this area that I can use to make them just again and again and again and again. Just been selling them nearby. So listen, if there's anything I can make you before you go, I would love to do it.
I cannot help but notice that, well, that this entire city seems to be both helpful to us and filled with creatures of the night. I believe I shall be magnanimous today and grant you some of these, and I'll just give him some pumpkin seeds, because
Oh.
those are probably super rare and from a high-level area.
Immediately, Phoenix kind of looks at these and she's just like, her little like red eyes just kind of light up, and she's like, I've never seen anything a thing like this before. Where are these? Where are these? Oh, they smell so good. And just kind of.
Right, now, I cannot promise that I will be around forever. In fact, I very much intend not to. But I believe that if you plant these in what some people call fertile ground, which is to say non-cursed ground, there may grow new pumpkins from them.
Oh,
We're
you
doing
have seeds. That's so cool. I love seeds.
we're doing new experiments with alchemy every day, so maybe we could get something that can help set all that up. So wow, thank you, my queen. Have you had anybody sort of
Excellent.
swear fealty to you before?
Well, that's a good question, because I think a lot of it is just like she lives there and she's like the boss of that area, so just all sort of, it's always been that way.
Mhm.
But I also feel like she should know how to.
Yeah.
She does offer people the opportunity to join her before fighting them sometimes, and then you can't choose yes unless you want a non-standard game over. But
Yeah. So Phoenix goes up to you and says, "Well, my first duty will always be to stopping the mire and keeping Rat City safe. But I'm glad to make number 3 you on the list. You've been, very gracious to us.
well, an alliance it is.
I've always wanted to do this." And she kind of pulls out a lance, kind of digs it into the ground, and says, "Luciphine, Halloween Queen, I dedicate everything in my power to you. Below those first 2 things."
Right. Well, you have my sincere unblessings, and I'll take out my little, fold up my little parasol, and just stick her on both shoulders and the red head.
She's so tiny, so you have to very gently do this.
Mhm.
But yes, well done. Okay, so Phoenix quickly kind of whips up or tries to get some ingredients together to sort of enchant you some things. Realizes that for getting anything that's not simply a water walking ring is a little beyond her purview right now, so she offers up some potions instead.
Ooh, yes, healing potions. Honestly, yeah. Can I ask for like a healing potion recipe?
She looks at you and goes, unfortunately, that's kind of one few things we don't have. Sorry.
Okay.
What's your best potion? The coolest potion, the most flashy potion, the sparkliest potion, the prettiest potion.
Potions that make you move fast, potions that make you jump really high, potions that make you grow, potions that make you shrink, potions that make you fly temporarily, all sorts of things. I'll be honest, we're still experimenting, so here, have some of these fun question mark potions.
Yes.
Oh no.
Ooh, random status effects.
And with those, you gain 3 free boosts, which I'm going to call mystery potions. So just to remind you, a boost can be spent at any time to get a +2 or a reroll. Potions times 3. So we will determine what they do when you use them.
Oh no.
Okay.
But these are boosts, so they're only going to be beneficial, so don't worry too bad about, getting an infinite curse or anything like that.
I didn't even
Aw.
realize I can remove status effects. So
Yes,
we did get cursed.
of course.
Right.
Yeah, so Phoenix starts to kind of like sort of pulls the reins on Coco and starts leading you through various tunnels. And she says, "So these tunnels, we used to know them very well. We had them very well mapped, very good at that kind of thing. This area we're going to is, like I said, corrupted. And I don't mean Blightlands, like atmospheric corruption. I mean game corruption. Something is
Oh.
hurtling that area of the game back in time, seemingly. It's very scary. One of my people went in there, and he was shook. did not seem to enjoy the experience very much. So just be careful. Once you get past that, you'll be able to get to the barrier potentially. But honestly, I don't know how you're going to get past it. I trust that you are good at solving problems, though. So I'm sure you'll find something you can do.
If a problem can be blown up, we got this.
Oh no.
Yep, very glad that we're getting you outside the city limits. Anything you need? Anything you'd like to ask?
To do that resolute saying if a problem can be blown up, like this, you can just go.
Can confirm. Yes. You can just see Lucifine approves at the top of the screen.
I'm just gonna whisper to Phoenix, just like, well, I'll try to contain it.
Thank you. All right. And then, yeah, you are taken through these tunnels, and soon you see one of the tunnels before you is very unusual. The pixels that make up this world slowly get more and more compressed the further down this tunnel goes, until it's just like a single pixel on a wall, and then just darkness.
Oh.
You can feel with every step you get closer that the ambient music of Phantasia slowly just fades away, and you feel just parts of yourself just withering, almost. And Phoenix says, right, I'll leave you to it. Best of luck. Listen, stay in contact if you survive. And everything.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll let you know when we reach the other side.
Yes, please do. I would like to hear that you made it safe. And if you desperately need reinforcements from, the scientists, what are we? Agents is what we said. Then I'll see what I can do.
I have a
I
question.
see.
What was the weapon that Rosalind gave me?
It's a blank one that you get to pick what it is.
Yes, this
Oh,
is something.
Jesus. Okay, I will think about that then.
It was something pilfered from the vault, and it's kind of a blank slate right now.
Okay.
I'm assuming I saw it and I thought, that reminds me of Stoops, and grabbed it, and we'll figure out the reason why once you pick what it is. I think
Although-
we're gonna do that on the next level up, was the idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah, because right now you don't have an equipment slot for it, so it's just kind of in your
Okay,
inventory.
Yeah, I was just like, we're about to go into a very dangerous situation. What do we have?
All right.
Oh, this is like a cave. I really don't like caves.
You
It's not a cave, it's a maze.
I'm not a fan of caves. The Lightsworn's heroes left me in one for like a really long time, and there's no flowers, it's just rocks. There's really no flowers here. This is kind of like the worst place for me as a person. I'm not.
Well, it is odd to see a hedge maze that is so hedgeless.
Yeah, no, hedge mages are great. I like those. Not a very big fan of spooky dark cave maze. Are there a lot of caves in your area?
Well, there are a few. Well, obviously all inhabited by several lycanthropes, lycanbears. I don't think that's a real word, but they are named that.
Hmm.
And then, of course, there's the White Caves. I wouldn't go there unless you enjoy having your levels drained.
My what?
Oh, the undead. Oh, it must be a mechanic you haven't run into yet.
Oh, no. We ran into a couple undead. There was this girl and she liked to sing songs. She seemed kind of nice, but she also blew people up.
Yeah.
She literally ripped people in half in front of you.
Well, girls singing songs
She,
do tend to
she
do
was
that.
definitely gonna kill us. Uh-huh.
I
Understandable.
also cheated at the game, but I respect that because I also cheated.
We all cheated, I think.
What?
Okay.
Okay. You know what? Your Halloween place sounds really cool, though.
Oh, yes, you should visit there sometime and fight me to the death.
Oh, we're back on that part. Okay.
I have a question. Have you considered maybe, I don't know, like, being the benign queen of the creatures of the night as an alternative to being dead? Like, campaign for equal rights. Set up.
Yes,
Some
I am the
social
Malign
programs,
Queen.
I
I
don't know.
hold many rights, usually around full moon, which is every night.
Oh,
think
we're talking
Stu-
about two different things here.
I think Stoops is more meaning like if you die, right? Who's gonna rule your Halloween land is gonna get sad because no one's gonna be able to help them.
Well, if I die, then Halloween will be progressed past, and that will be it.
Right, and that's sad. What if you just rule it forever and then that sounds cool, right?
I've tried rolling it forever. It's terribly dull.
Is it? Well, maybe I should find like a hobby that you enjoy. Yeah.
Well, I did enjoy incinerating those seagulls.
Exactly. I think you'd be a great chef.
Hmm.
And I know a volcano restaurant that's would be a great place for you. Like, I think we should talk about this at some point.
No, volcanoes are too infernal, not spooky enough.
No, that's true. It isn't spooky.
It really isn't my
Ooh,
aesthetic.
There was like this trees that had a bunch of ghosts in them near the volcano. You could put the restaurant there.
I
could
was
put a
gonna say, we
restaurant
have
there.
the
I could
haunted
lure the
forest
heroes,
before.
and then I could fight them to death.
Again, you seem to be very keen on dying, like just fighting them to the death.
Yes, such is the lot of being a boss.
But what if
Like, you don't have to.
don't? Right? Like, my only purpose was to be summoned, and if the heroes were asleep, to wake them up by doing a dance. Which
Oh,
is not a very great life purpose. It's not.
Oh. That sounds terribly dull. Have you tried destroying them?
You know what? I've honestly thought about if I saw the Lights One heroes that I might want to blow them up.
Well, you should learn some destruction magic sometime. It might help.
Ooh. You know, I would
I'm not sure if
love
all
to
of my
talk
tricks
with
are
you about
learnable.
destruction magic sometime. That could be very fun.
Well,
I
we
would just
shall
like to
table this
say that in
discussion.
general, like, just killing things willy-nilly is not necessarily a good thing.
Right, that's why I'm an anti-hero.
Yes, no, you should do it responsibly. Always raise the dead.
Raise the dead. Ooh, I could blow people up and then make them come back to life!
Exactly, it's a zero-sum game.
You're so cool. I want to be just like you.
I think Josephine is like
boy.
looking away because she just noticed that her model has like a little blush animation. Like, what's
Aw, that's really cute.
I'm gonna have a very long talk with both of you at some point, but now is not the time.
Yes, we really should. You need to learn the appeal of evil.
I
Oh,
think you
just
need
one
to learn
thing.
the appeal of
if I
not
tell
killing
you-
people.
If I friendly ask you to join me, please never say yes. It will only result in a game over.
What? So we can't have like a party request and you can't join it?
Oh no, you can ask me all you like, but if I tell you to join me and we shall rule the night together, then do not, under any circumstances, say yes.
Okay. I won't say yes. Well, I'll just send you a party request.
Good.
You always send her a membership to the Sisterhood of Blood.
Yes! Join the Sisterhood of Blood! It's our guild!
It says you've been invited to the Sister of Blood Guild on a little bit of text that appears out of nowhere.
I'm trying to sort through the menu.
Yeah, you don't even know this is
I'm
here.
on a different channel. Are you in Europe?
What server are we on? We have to agree on the server. Alright, anybody stepping into this extremely terrifying, foreboding abyss?
Sure, why not?
Yes, I
Let's
did.
do this.
Alright.
Oh, should we break though? Because it's around break time.
Yeah, I was just about to
Sure.
transition into a break. So, yes, you step forward, and again, every single step you take, it is like there is less to yourself. The complexities of your very being, moving, talking, thinking, interacting, all these things are slowly being stripped away without you even really realizing it, as though you're being stripped down to your very core functions. And soon you lose sight of everything. There is no sight anymore. You are simply blind. You hear nothing anymore. These senses and experiences simply do not exist to you anymore. You are no longer taking steps. You are simply moving like ghosts through this place. And as you enter into this impossibly dark area, there is only one real sensation that you have, and again, there is no sight, there is no sense to go off of, other than sort of as though you're reading the entire experience before you, as though you're reading words off a page. And suddenly, all of you feel this. Da-da-da-da. Sorry, one sec. One sec. Here we go. You feel yourselves standing in an open field near a white house with a boarded front door, and there is a small mailbox here. And that is where we'll have a break, everybody. Stay
Okay.
tuned to see what the heck this is. We're about to have some text adventure fun. So don't go
Okay.
anywhere. We'll be back very soon. Until then, take care. We'll be right back. Bye.
Mhm.
And we're back, everybody. Welcome back to Awakened Pixels. Our heroes have just found themselves in a new, strange place. There is nothing here, absolutely nothing. Including parts of yourselves, there is very little of what you remember, if you indeed remember anything. But to reiterate, you find yourselves standing in an open field near a white house with a boarded front door. There is a small mailbox here. Now, I must say at this point, you do not see these things. You have no sense of them other than what I just said, which is strange because we're playing a TTRPG where I explain what the things are all the time, but for once your characters are actually experiencing it that way.
I'm going to shamelessly repeat the terrible joke I made on break and say that this is the first time we've been here, because if we were to return to Zork, there would be graphics.
I'm tempted to give you a fate point for that, but you're already at full fate points. So what's everybody doing?
Once again being bemused, that's like...
This isn't so terribly foreign. Like, the medium, I guess, is foreign, but the concept of, like, okay, we just gotta get through it to get
Have
to
no
the other
sense
side.
of self, right?
Very
Oh,
little,
yeah.
very reduced.
I would like to approach the house.
You see, or you get a sense of command not recognized. And this is the point where I'm going to show you the Zorp command list.
Oh no.
So these are all the things you can do in this game. Examine, search, pick up, get, push, pull, talk to, use, move, go, throw, attack, read, light, drink, and help. And help is just to pull up the commands again, but I just showed them to you, so you don't need to do that. But, special twist, you all get one additional action that is unique to you. So some kind of verb that is going to be your character's special ability, as it were. So Rosalind, what verb would you like to add to your command list?
Ode.
Explode? What if we said bomb?
That works for me.
Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to write this down for you. I'm just going to put it way down here. Alright, what about you, Stoobs? What is your unique character action?
Oh man. Transform?
Interesting.
Maybe?
Okay, sounds good. And Luciphine, what about you?
Well, I was going to go with obliterate, but that has a lot of overlap with what Rosalind has. So I think I'll go with spook.
Spook. Ooh, love it. All right,
Really cool.
so I'm gonna write those down so you can all see them. Boop. And the size didn't change. Love it when that happens. I'll just put them there. Can everybody see them if I just kind of have them floating there on Roll20?
Yes.
And you also have the Zorp commands. So, you stand in the field, there's a white house, the door's boarded up, and there's a mailbox. What do you all do?
Rosalind's the type of person to just like click on every command to see what it does. So she's like going down the list, like bop, 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 bop.
It's a lot of, like, repeated descriptive text followed by, you can't do that here.
You know, Rosalind doesn't actually read the text. She
Yeah.
just like skips it over and over.
Which is gonna be rough in a text-based game.
Oh boy.
Attack house with spell.
Attack house with spell. Spell not recognized, it says.
Well, that will be a problem.
Can I search the mailbox?
Yes, you enter in searching the mailbox, and immediately there's no like sound effect of you rummaging or opening it or anything happening. Just suddenly you find a letter.
I
Attack letter
read
with
the-
eyes.
Oh,
Eyes
no.
not recognized.
Just whack. Okay, I read the letter.
Okay, the letter says, "Welcome to Zorp. Zorp is a game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it, you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen by mortals. No computer should be without one."
Mortal? No computer should be without a mortal? I don't get it, Stoops.
I think they're trying to say that no computer should be without Zorp?
Okay, but like I'm not good with grammar and structure, but when I heard it, I thought
No, it's a very good point. That is a solid critique. It's not necessarily very clear.
Well, you can tell me what to do, letter. Pull Zorp from computer.
yeah.
What happens?
What you would expect.
Don't know how to Zorp.
No zorping allowed.
I think that's gonna work here. Okay.
We get the house.
So
Is that
I-
our? Maybe it's our house now. Oh.
Yes, move house.
Oh, suddenly, you all feel the sensation of now being at the very front door. It is boarded up. Nothing has changed there, but you are now here. There's a doormat.
Move doormat. No. Throw doormat.
The command says you do not have a doormat.
Pick up doormat.
Suddenly, since Ross says it first, you now have a doormat just in your possession.
Oh, look, catch, and I throw it.
you just throw. So unfortunately, the throw command does not have a specific target. So when you say throw doormat, just
I may know how to do this. Pick up doormat. Attack Rosalind with doormat.
Rosalind not recognized.
Ooh. Pick up Rosalind.
Rosalind not recognized.
Up house.
You're not strong enough to pick up the house. By the way, I'm going to be so snarky for the rest of this, by the way.
That's
It's
fine.
not because I would like to be snarky, it's because that's how these games usually go.
Examine door.
You see it as a nice, pristine white door covered up with freshly nailed-in boards from the top to the bottom.
Pick up board.
You are not strong enough.
Rosalind, or whatever your name is now. Can you obliterate these boards?
Bomb board.
Suddenly, a bomb appears that is added to this scene's information, and the bomb kind of sits there.
You have to say attack.
Light bomb?
Light. Yes, light bomb.
You have nothing to light it with.
Uh-oh. Oh, we didn't think this
Obliterate
through.
programmer.
Now.
How do we make a light? I only know how to do it magically.
Attack boards with... Am I a dog or am I a
examine
person
doormat?
right now?
You're a nothing right now, Stoops.
Examine doormat?
It's a nice doormat. Got a bit of dirt on it. Says welcome on it.
Was there
Use
was
door.
there anything under the doormat?
There was not, no.
Okay.
Wait, can I just
Examine
pull the board? No, we can't pull the
boards.
boards. We tried that, huh?
examine boards. Let's see, like
They are firmly nailed in, blocking all passageway to the door.
Got the nails? Can we pull the nails?
pull nails,
Nails not recognized.
Use parasol.
pull boards.
Parasol not recognized. It says
Oh,
you are not
no.
strong enough to pull the boards. You'll need some kind of tool.
Well, search tool.
Tool not recognized.
Search porch.
Porch not recognized.
Oh, we're not on a porch.
Who knows? Who could say?
Okay.
Can I move back and read what the scene is?
Yeah, you can move back if you'd like. You kind of feel your
I mean, like, move back in the text command to see what we saw.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. What would you like to reference? As far as I can remember,
Just
effectively.
when we got to the porch, I guess.
Oh, to the
It's not
when you
recognized.
first arrived at the front door.
Yeah.
It talked about the door and the doormat, and that was it.
there a window?
Search mailbox.
The mailbox is now empty. You find no way to see if there is or isn't a window, Roz.
If I say search window, will it say not recognized?
Not recognized.
My house doesn't have a
Search.
window.
House.
You can't enter the house and therefore cannot search it.
Well, I
Examine
mean,
house?
I could climb up on top and enter the chimney game.
Your examination of the house, it's a big white house.
Hmm.
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 Search ground?
It doesn't really recognize ground, but you can just do sort of a blanket search of the area to see if there's anything that kind of like comes up. Beyond sort of the items and things in the environment, the only other things are just sort of the areas around you that you can move through.
Is there like anywhere else nearby besides just a house?
You could try moving around.
Okay, I go.
How do we do that? Like
left?
move corner, move west.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
basically cardinal directions.
Left.
Okay.
Through trial and error, because this will be fun for nobody of you just guessing directions.
Yeah.
Um,
Just like, move!
After much of you just kind of like banging into the invisible walls of this text game, eventually you find a new area that is shed. And the description is, there is a shed here, there are many flower pots with flowers in them outside. There is a padlock on the shed door.
I think Lysophine has attained a new goal, which is to destroy the creators of Sword.
Flowers.
What was that, Rose?
Oh no, Rosalind's just like saying, "Oh no,
Oh.
I want the flowers."
Examine flowers?
Some beautiful flowers. You are uncertain of the type, but they are colorful and fragrant.
Can I take them?
Take, not recognized.
Oh.
Pick up.
You gotta say pick up. Yeah. or
Roz, you
get.
pick up one of the flower pots, and a flower pot and with a flower gets added to your inventory. And also, there is a key that you notice underneath the
Oh,
flower
good.
pot that you just picked up.
Get key.
Ka-ding!
My flower had metal.
Oh no.
Luciphine now has a key.
Attack door with key.
You scrape the key against the door; it does not yield.
Use key?
Okay, yeah, you use key. The padlock is unlocked, and the shed door opens.
Pick up bomb.
Actually, sorry, the shed door does not open. No, it does. My apologies,
Oh.
it does.
It does.
Yes.
Okay.
I will pick up the bomb.
Okay. You go.
I
You,
know it doesn't work. I just need something that can destroy things.
you
as a safety
force
blanket.
everybody back to the entrance of the house, and you find the
Oh.
bomb on the ground, and you pick it back up again, and you force yourselves back to the shed again.
I could have made another one if you just wanted a bomb, friend.
I would like to search the shed.
Okay. You move into the shed. Inside, there are some herbs hanging from a drying rack. There are a few barrels and various assorted gardening tools.
I take the herbs.
You gain 3 herbs in your inventory.
Get scythe.
Unrecognized command, scythe.
Get sickle.
Unrecognized command, sickle.
Get hoe.
Unrecognized command, hoe.
Flame torch. Get flame torch.
And so on.
But I say tools.
Yes, so you examine tools. The game explains various gardening implements and gives you no keywords to really work with.
Actually, Stoob, attack
Nothing?
garden with
Okay.
implements.
Unrecognized command, Stoops.
I'm sorry.
Pick up tools.
You pick up. Oh, interesting. I didn't account for this, says the game designer. You pick up assorted tools, gardening tools.
Okay.
But there's no hoe? What are they gardening with?
It's just this vague blob of what are these?
Plus one garden without a scythe.
Garden with a
Just,
scythe?
just a general blob of gardening tools, like just the concept
Yes.
is
The
what we get.
concept. Well, maybe I can find the garden.
What else was in here other than the tools and the herbs?
It was the herbs that you already took. There were a couple of barrels and the tools, which are now gone. So it's just a couple of barrels now.
We should break them.
Open barrels?
Search barrels.
In the
Open- yeah,
barrels,
there we
you
go,
find that
open.
they're filled with ale.
Okay, that's good to know.
I do not drink.
I don't
Ew.
either.
I don't think any of us do. Is there anything in the ale? Can I search the ale?
Search ale? You can't search ale, no, only barrels, and it's just again, yeah, filled with ale.
Okay.
Okay,
Um,
so we found a shed, and there's presumably a garden somewhere. I want to go to.
Oh.
Let's try to see if we can find a garden.
Yes, let's move in the cardinal direction until we find the cardinal direction.
Yeah, you move around. There is no accessible garden that you can find. It seems the most that you're able to reach was the shed in the house.
Why do they have all these gardening tools but no garden?
Have we tried entering house?
Yeah, when you try to enter a house, it says
but-
the boards are in the way.
Have we tried using tools on board?
use tools.
The game is
Just
like,
pick them up.
the game is like, that combination doesn't work, and it's like, why doesn't it though?
I
Game.
think, yes. I think Lucifine just enters another 5, just attack programmer.
Attack what? Sorry.
Attack programmer.
Again, just a snide remark.
Attack boards with tools?
It just says it has no effect.
Missing something.
Oh my god.
Welcome to hell.
Ah! Okay. So there's a shed. with
Now I will say,
stuff.
although a lot of your individuality has kind of seeped away in these moments and you've become but text in this world, you do still have access to your stunts, which we're not really rolling a whole lot right now, so your alt stunts can potentially be used if you get stuck, and your glitches as well.
Wait, so my verb transform is pretty
Yes.
ambiguous.
Yeah, it is.
Can you transform into a crowbar?
Yes.
I was going to say I would like to transform boards.
You hit transform. Unfortunately, the keyword only applies to you, so just suddenly you hear the text, "You are now a
Okay.
mighty and scary werewolf."
Oh. Hey,
Oh,
use
okay.
claws.
Well, let's try. I pull boards.
You are not strong enough. It feels weirdly good to be on this side of the text adventure. Just sadistic.
Oh.
Hey,
Now you know
okay.
how the programmers feel.
Apparently,
Okay. Okay.
All right. Someone stop me from just wanting to use my cannon to blow up the whole house.
You know, I'm starting to understand why that rat was so shook.
He's got trauma now.
Okay, I'm gonna try to use my size glitch to get small enough to just walk through the part of the door that's just like the hole.
Yeah, you kind of resize yourself. Unfortunately, there is no sense of size in this world. There is no gap for which you to move through. There is no physics. So again, you are still stuck in your same conundrum. But I will add to the instability.
Thanks.
Oh no.
As you just see kind of like
Um.
ASCII art appear just in a flash around you and then disappears again.
You turn from a capital R into a lowercase r.
That's very good.
Okay. Okay. I don't know
Alright.
what to do.
I
What
don't
is the
either.
help
Hold
function?
on.
Help function brings up the commands, so not helpful to you right now.
So,
Okay.
is
I would
that's a
like
stretch.
to Google Thorpe.
Okay. Go ahead and roll cleverness and add 2 thanks to your stunt of looking things up on the internet.
Can I help by taking the dog on a walkthrough?
If you can invoke an aspect that explains how you're doing that, then
Oh.
yes.
I'm not sure if I can. The only thing I can think of it is like walking seasonal anomaly, because that one sort of implies them not of this world, so might have a little bit of like.
Okay, if you would like to spend a fate point to invoke this and sort of describe what it's doing, then Stoobs could potentially get a +2 or a reroll.
Yeah, I'll let Stoops use that one if Stoops want to, because it's basically
So
I think she'll
I got
just
a
like
one.
you use that thing she used to come here to like show Stoops some bits of the disc that's in
Yeah,
that
sort of
you might not have seen
Ooh.
before.
your sort of ability to sort of look at and somewhat influence sort of the deep parts of certain games. So yeah, you could potentially use that. That absolutely makes sense. So Katie, go ahead and re-roll or +2.
Okay, so our option here, reroll +2. So I also have a +2 from the quick
So you're
reference
currently at a
guide
3.
stunt. So yeah, so 3, or I could just add 2 to that and get a 5, which is
Well, no,
pretty
actually,
good.
you gotta. Oh, I don't know. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Ignore me.
We'll go with the 5.
Okay. With a
like that,
5,
yeah.
I can tell you the next 3 things you need to do in this game.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
First thing you need to do is go to the shed. Second thing,
Okay.
let me actually double check my own commands here to make sure I'm not doing something dodgy here. You need to push barrels, and then you need to use trapdoor.
What the?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Okay. Okay. I will inform my party members that there is a trap door under the barrels in the shed.
So
we
if
need to
any
go
of us
move
were
those.
drunkards, we would have passed this.
Yeah, our sobriety is really our downfall here.
And that's the lesson we take away today,
Definitely.
kids.
I think
Calm
like
down, we want to
listing there's a few more chat commands to the to the tune of destroy programmers, obliterate orb.
You see just how many snide comments they have, and apparently a lot.
Mhm.
They were very prepared to be brutally attacked in this way. All right.
I hate them so much. Okay,
Well-
I go move some barrels.
Okay, so you move to the shed, as you'll find your presences now in this place. You move the barrel,
Push.
or
not
push
push.
push the barrel, yes. And a trapdoor is revealed.
Open trapdoor.
Okay.
Open, not recognized.
Well,
Full trapdoor.
Trapdoor opens, and you're now able to move down it.
we go.
Okay, so you move
yeah.
down. Trapdoor leads down to a large stone brick room. It is bedecked with tapestries and arcane paraphernalia. There is a large mirror, an empty basin, and a crystal ball, as well as a book. There are also 2 passages, one to the north and one to the south.
Examine book.
Okay, you examine the book. It looks like a well-worn ancient tome.
Yes, read book.
Read book, The book lists magical words and necessary components for various...
If you had made me open book first.
Oh, dang it. Missed opportunity. No, yes, magical words and necessary components for various magical rituals. The Ritual of Gifts says you must place a mystic egg into a basin of holy water while chanting the magic words. The Ritual of Seeing says rub the crystal ball while chanting the magical words, then speak the name of a person or item you would like to see. The Ritual of Revealing says bring a mirror to a wall constructed through magic, then light a candle in front of it while chanting the magic words. And finally, the Ritual of Revision, burn the herbs while chanting the magic words to step moments into the past. And I will paste them here so you don't have to read that to you ever again.
There's a candle.
Thank you.
If I have a candle, I can light my bomb.
Yeah. We can finally get into the house and sequence break.
Exactly. I look for a candle.
There, you examine the room. There is no candle in this room.
I would like to examine the mirror.
Yeah, it's a sort of beautiful, very well polished mirror with sort of a silver frame.
Okay.
You see yourself in it,
So it's...
looking good. Is all it says.
Hey.
Okay, so if
Okay,
I
so-
rub the crystal ball while do we know the magic words?
The magic words are in the book themselves. It's
Okay.
Okay, so can I rub the crystal ball and say candle? And then
You can. So, your vision that you see in the crystal ball, or rather that is narrated to you through the medium of text, is that the candle is in an extremely small, closed-off alcove, and you can't see where this is necessarily, but it looks to be hidden away somewhere.
How to win?
Unrecognized magic ritual.
I'll rub the ball. I'll rub the crystal ball and then say small, well-hidden alcove.
Sorry, you'll say what? Oh, small hidden
well-hidden
outcome. Come on, not recognized.
Ugh.
Oh no. Okay, so I get it's got to be around here somewhere. So I guess go north. Maybe
Okay.
it's
Suddenly-
like in one of the okay, yeah.
You will move to the northern passage. It is a sort of fairly standard stone corridor that you're sitting in. There is a dagger lying on the ground, and looking forward, the light in this place gets dimmer as the passage continues.
Big dagger.
Ka-ding! Roz now has a dagger.
Woohoo, stab time.
Oh no.
I know how to stab something.
Okay, so the light, does it look like candlelight, or does it look?
So all it says is that the light gets dimmer as you go forward, suggesting there is some kind of light in the
Okay.
room you're in, but there's no suggestion as to what that might be.
Okay.
So the further forward you
Um,
get, the darker it will get.
So that's probably not where the candle is.
I mean, you would have a
so-
candle where it's dark, so you could light it, and then the dark goes away.
That's true. Examine hallway?
Not much else. It just gets darker the further it goes. Otherwise, it's just plain stone.
Okay. Maybe we should check the southern hallway and see if there's anything else that way before going too far either way. You know?
I don't know.
I get...
Oh,
okay,
well,
so move south.
It seems like a normal house. We could just split up and have one person go down one hallway and another person go down the other.
I
But do
think.
we really want to split the party?
Can we even split the party?
I don't know.
Are we separate people?
Are we separate people?
I know,
or
like
are we
at this
just
point, we're
one?
kind of just
Have separate inventories,
We do
Okay.
have separate
but you have been moving around
but we
together, so
can't
it's
interact with each other.
there's nothing to interact with.
Oh, this is so
I'm not a person
This is-
anymore. Oh.
Don't know. We just have to get through
If
this.
we just keep moving down the hall,
The
will we just
existential
keep-
dread grows.
Do we run
yeah,
into
we just
anything
need
if
to
we
move
just
faster
keep
than the
moving?
depression, and we'll.
Sorry, Pear, what was that?
What's up?
Do we get
Play the
anywhere if we
game.
just
I
keep
don't exist
moving through the
anymore.
halls?
You can keep moving if you want. When you do move forward through the northern passage, the area you enter is completely dark, and before anything happens, you are immediately buffeted by a bellow of wind. And now you're in complete darkness. None of you can see anything, but you do hear the slow and steady breathing of some monstrous creature in the darkness.
Okay. Find.
And
All right.
Um,
Are we in the same room as the monster? Examine.
It seems like you are, yes.
Spook
wait,
monster.
so even Luciphine can't.
You want a
see in the
spook monster? Excellent.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
you
no.
you spook on monster, and the second you do, you just hear. Well, you don't hear anything, of course. It is narrated to you that there is a sort of yelping, frightened sound, and then. And more of that wind bellows. This creature seems to be the source of it, and it uses it to try and get people back or away.
Okay.
Now
Yeah,
you hear
okay.
breathing in the darkness as well as teeth chattering.
Yes. Move into corner, I guess.
It says it's too dark.
Need a candle.
Yes, if we can move around this monster, I can maybe spook it towards the house and it can blow the house down.
Ooh.
That would be convoluted enough for a game like this.
Mhm.
yeah.
And also, it is like a fairy tale reference. So
Yeah.
if we move a little bit outside of the purely Zorb reference, like if this has any amount of King's Quest in it, that will maybe work. and probably kill us.
So I think we need to go to the southern hallway.
Okay. So do we
In
get
order
us
to
troop down
progress
to the second
further through the northern hallway, we must go back to the southern hallway.
Okay, you move back to the central chamber, and then you move to the southern hallway. And in the southern passage, there are numerous bioluminescent butterflies that flutter around this room, illuminating 3 doors before you. One bears the symbol and a sort of incest sort of socket of an orb, one of a feather, and one of an egg.
We
Okay.
want the mystic egg, right? The spell
Yeah,
said get a mystic
let's
magic
move to egg.
egg.
And what I mean is that these things are sockets, so it looks like something can be put into those things.
Can we
So-
take the
So
butterflies?
like to unlock it, you have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
The butterflies, when you try to interact with them, what command do you use on butterfly?
Take.
You hear, you read, it is intangible to the touch. These are ethereal beings.
Oh, spook butterflies.
The
Oh,
butterflies
no.
all flee out of the room, plunging it in darkness.
Oh,
Maybe Follow them to the hallway. See if we can
Yeah.
spook them the right direction.
Let's see if we can illuminate rooms that shouldn't be illuminated.
By the time you move back to the central chamber, the butterflies are back where they originally came from.
Aw.
Mm,
Okay. Well, I mean, we can turn the lights on and off now.
I
great.
guess that
Um,
might be helpful.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Talk to butterflies?
The butterflies do not speak.
Okay, never mind.
Tack butterfly. No. I was joking.
Search,
I was.
search southern chamber or alcove. Whatever.
Beyond the butterflies and the doors with their respective sockets, there is nothing else
Yeah.
that you find here.
What were the sockets again?
The sockets were some kind of orb, a feather, and an egg.
Okay, we can go get the
I
the
think-
crystal orb, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's try that one. Let's head back, pick up the orb, and go back to the door.
So what commands are you inputting?
Move.
Move west, move west, pick up orb, move east, move east.
Yes, you move back to the central chamber. You pick up the orb. Now, Luciphine, you are the one who now has this crystal ball in your inventory.
Okay. Wait, we could have just put a bomb in there. Those are spherical.
You're right. Ugh. Actually, don't we still need the crystal ball for other things?
We have it on us. Well, we'll see.
And maybe it doesn't consume it when you use it.
I'm
See,
scared it
just
does
like a-
consume it.
Push. But let's try. I don't know. Use bomb on door.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So, unfortunately, bomb is a verb for Rosalind, so there's no use bomb. There is only bomb.
Oh, I thought I picked up bomb earlier.
Mom.
I guess, no, yeah, you did pick up bomb. So, yes, my apologies. Use bomb on
So
door.
we have one tangible bomb.
The bomb somehow fits into the socket, and the door creaks open before you, revealing an alcove. This alcove appears to be filled with torches, and it has a tinderbox in it.
Torches, tinderbox, both are mine.
Rosalind
Lord.
loots
Those are
all.
100% yours. Yeah, no, get them. Get those.
So let's go back to the door and blow it up.
I like, by the way, that we've just collectively decided that these bombs are spherical cartoon bombs, presumably with a skull on them, because we've never established that.
No, in this world, very few things are established.
Wait, okay, so here's the thing. I could blow up the monster, or I could blow up the door, or I could blow up both. Want to blow up everything? I'm feeling like we should blow up everything. How about we just blow up this whole place?
Definitely the way to win every video game is to blow everything up.
I mean, sure, as long as we're not buried in here.
You do have the ritual of revision if
Yeah.
things go really bad.
But
Alright,
don't you
maybe someone
need
should
like
wait in the ritual room.
what is you have to like do? You need the mirror and you need a candle and a wall made of magic or something.
Yeah, well, made
To
by
do the
magic, I
ritual of
think.
revision?
No,
So,
revision to just
yeah.
need the herbs. Ritual of revealing is what we're thinking
Oh. Okay.
Have the herbs. I can pass them to someone else, and then I don't know. I can make a bunch of bombs, pass them to Luciphine, and we could go throw them at the monster and see how that works.
Mm,
And then Stooves, if it
Sure.
goes bad, you can wait at the revision room and just be ready
Yeah,
to go.
I'm just standing there with like the tinder box and the herbs, just feeling like, okay, just tell me when.
oh,
All right, so who's taking the lead? What actions are you taking?
I am feeling particularly vindictive towards that front door. We should blow
the
it up.
front door. So do you want to do the front door first or the monster first?
To the front
Mhm.
door first, just as like a
Yes.
test run, because we don't know if this is gonna work.
All right,
Okay.
let's light the torches first and see if we can get those. Like...
Yeah, you light the torches using the tinderbox that you picked up, and now the areas around you are now illuminated in very bright light.
I pass one to Luciphine, so we both have one, and then I'm gonna go walk to the door and try to blow it up.
Okay, suddenly you all move through the chamber, out of the trapdoor, back to the front door of the house. What is the command?
Well, okay, so I make a bomb.
You use
I-
bomb on door, use...
I think I have the
Light
light bomb.
bomb.
Light
Light
bomb
bomb?
and then throw.
Move back.
Yes.
What was the command you're
Um,
giving, Rose?
I
Throw-
throw,
throw
at
bomb,
door
move
and then
east.
run.
Shoo! You throw the bomb. Run, not recognized as just
Move east, move east!
walk, not recognized.
move, south.
You quickly
Move
move
back.
back, and then there is this second later. There is an explosion. Kablam! And that is all that is narrated to you at that moment.
Walk back.
Okay, you walk back.
Move.
There is a door with
Yeah.
wooden planks on it and arcane runes.
Arcane runes?
Arcane runes?
Arcane runes.
There was an arcane
Examine
runes.
runes.
When did that happen? We've looked at the door 10 times. How did we blow up and make rooms appear?
When you examine the rune stubes, you get the sort of they're sort of incomprehensible arcane runes. Only a master wizard would be able to understand all of these.
Alright, well, understand words.
Unrecognized command.
Let's go blow up a monster. I'm gonna blow up everything and tell us to blow something.
So what are the
And
commands?
we move back to the shed.
Okay. whoosh.
We move back into the underground chamber. And then we move north.
So this is the area where you found the dagger. You need to go one more forward before you reach the monster.
Okay.
Move north.
Okay,
Can we
you
just
move
use
north.
dagger on monster?
Oh yeah, we can use here. I give you the dagger, and I will have a bomb, and let's kill the monster.
Fortunately, there is no give command.
Wait, what?
There's
There
no
is a
give
gift
command.
Can I drop dagger?
Oh
Can you
no,
drop
there's
dagger?
a ritual of gifts.
Nope,
There
you
is
can't
no
drop
drop
the dagger.
command.
What?
Throw dagger?
This is now a part of you.
I just
Oh, no.
ew! I don't want it as a part of me. No, there's totally a throw command. Why can't I throw the dagger? I don't.
You throw the dagger, ka-ting, and it hits the ground.
Well, that works.
Got dagger?
Okay, ting. Now you have the dagger, Luciphine.
Okay. Move monster?
Well, first you need to move north to get to the sort of monster area.
Yes,
When you
move
enter this
monster.
place, you once again you feel the billow of wind, and your torch extinguishes, and you are now in darkness.
I move back a little bit. Light torch, light bomb, and then come back.
There is no a little bit in this game, unfortunately. You can
I
try and
move
just
back
go
to
back.
the other room.
Zhup.
I want a bomb ready.
Okay, so you go back to the other room, and what do you do?
I light torch and then I light bomb. Okay, and then I just stick it in my inventory.
Throw bomb at north.
Yeah, just throw a bomb.
Throwing, unfortunately, is limited to the room you're in, so now there's a bomb on the floor.
Move north.
Ah!
Pick
And
a bomb.
Now Stoops has it, and kaboom! Stoops is utterly obliterated as a bomb blows her up, and Stoops, you have
Gonna
died.
run to the next room.
Do the ritual thing to back out.
So what commands are you doing?
spook that. Let's spook that.
I hate this so much. Thomas, you said this was gonna be boring, but it's just too much.
Boring.
Spook Reaper. Spook Reaper.
Okay, burn the herbs while chanting the magic words to step moments into the past. Okay, I burn the herbs and I chant the word.
Burn. Command not recognized.
What the fuck?
Light herbs.
Only Ross has those, unfortunately.
Light herbs. Light herbs.
You perform the magical ritual, stepping moments back into the past, and now you step back to the moment where you light the bomb.
I throw it.
It drops to the ground in this
no,
room.
wait.
Move.
We
Move.
move out of the room. We
Okay, you
just
move out the room, and from behind you, you hear kaboom!
Okay. So I think that took my success rate of bombs down to 60. But to be fair, one of them Stoops did grab, so that one wasn't on me.
Can I just use the use that Lucifer is ambiguously a vampire to drink the monster?
Interesting. So you just want to drink monster?
Yes.
Okay. You get the message. It's
Just
too.
crack open a can.
It's too dark.
Ooh, okay.
So we need to make the wind stop going first.
Talk.
As far
to
as you can tell, the
monster?
wind only blows one time when you come in this place.
Oh.
But yeah, if you'd like to talk to the monster, you can do that too.
Talk to monster.
The
Let's
monster
try that.
responds.
Okay, that's not useful.
Are we far enough away from where the wind is to light the torch then? Because
You're currently in the same chamber as the monster itself. It's usually when you enter the chamber that the wind happens. So right now there is no wind, so you could potentially try and light something now if you
Okay.
wanted to.
Light
We could
torch.
try light torch.
Okay, so Rosalind, you light torch. You see before you a sort of very monstrous-looking lady with snakes for hair, and you immediately turn to stone and die. And it is followed by a buffet of wind that puts out the torch.
Light herbs.
Yes, we'll say you go through the process of looting
But I
what
had
remains.
them! I'm the one who had them!
You loot the statue and gain herbs. You light the herbs and step back into the past. And you hear an explosion go off behind you. Kaboom!
All right, move south, move towards that whatever that room is with the mirror in it. Take mirror.
Okay, ding, you have a mirror.
You only got one
Oh,
more rewind.
yes.
That pair, that was super smart. So smart.
Mirror. Okay. Okay, we can do this.
You only have
I,
one
I
herb
cannot
left.
give either of you the mirror.
We have one life left, guys.
Hold
Move,
on.
move.
Hold on. Okay, so here's the thing. I have this stunt called Magical Bomb. My magic is based off plants. I can make bombs, use stunt magical bombs to make more herbs. Make a large area of effect of more herbs.
How does a magic bomb make a herb?
So a lot of the time I've been combining the explosion to have like bind
Yes.
effects. So this time it'll just have herbs. It'll make
Okay.
big herbs.
No, yeah, this is I like
like a
this.
seed
I like
bomb,
this.
but immediate.
You can
Yes.
absolutely do this. We'll just say the roll determines how many herbs you create.
Okay, yeah, that's I guess we go outside since we should probably not do it inside.
Yeah.
And I-
Does the fact that we have gardening tools help with this?
Yes.
Can
Does
we
it?
improve the
Yeah.
gardening tools?
I will
is
now
gardening.
reluctantly create the aspect gardening tools on the board because I did not. Here we go, gardening tools. So it is something you can invoke with a fate point if you need to. So
The
there we go.
frustrator has become the frustrated.
Lovely. I will use my flashy to make a large area of effects on this magic bomb. I
Ooh.
got a
Sounds good.
4.
Ooh.
+2 because this is the stunt, right?
Yeah.
Or is
Oh,
that your
no, I don't
ult?
think- do I get
Oh.
a +2 from the stun?
No, you don't.
No,
It's an
I think
ult.
it's my ult.
Okay.
So I don't.
4, excellent. I'm gonna go ahead and say that gives you 2 more herbs.
Okay, I'm gonna use that fate point and
Okay.
make it a gardening thing to,
To get a +2.
yeah, to make it
Okay,
a 6.
that'll give you an additional herb then.
3 herbs. That
nice.
sounds lovely. Hey
So-
guys, here's some more tries.
Reduce your fate points by 1. I really like that. That was very good. I'm actually gonna give you a refund on your fate point for that.
Hey.
Rosalind. Very
Thank you.
So yes,
Sometimes
you
I
have-
don't explode things.
good. That's to come.
I've never seen plants used to give life, but well, there's a first time for
What?
everything.
Technically, you haven't
What?
seen it yet. Again.
No, I've seen the text that said it happened.
Fair enough.
Wait, you use your plants to just kill?
Oh yes, that is what plants are for, yes, in the haunted forest.
No. We're gonna have a talk later about what gardening's really about. I'm a flower fairy. I can say for certainty, like, while there are stuff you can use to poison and kill people, it's not the main goal.
What
Oh
do you
no,
use-
pumpkins, half of them explode.
What do you use killer pumpkin golems for, if not for killing people?
Wait, time out. You have a plant that automatically turns into a bomb already?
I think so. It might just be equipment.
I have worked so long to create something that you've had all just. This is wonderful! You're gonna have to show me what those look like when we're out of this text world so I can
Oh, but
recreate
first
that.
we're going to have to show that Gorgon what they look like.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. Did we get informed of what we were
Yeah,
told
it
by?
was a gorgon. It was a gorgon-like creature.
Okay, because it is important to get the wording right on these things.
Okay.
So.
So let's go put the mirror in front of a monster.
Yeah.
And then light torch after the wind already happened, following the exact order.
Yeah. We could. What do you think that would be? That would be like attack Gorgon with mirror.
I think it's just pull mirror out.
Use mirror on Gorgon, probably.
Use mirror.
I think
Okay.
mirrors are
Maybe-
safe as that here. All right. So let's light
Hope
torch
so.
or use mirror light
Wait,
torch.
Yes. Okay.
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 So you move back to
Let's
the
do
chamber
this.
with a monster in it. You get buffeted by wind, and it's pitch black. What's the command?
Use
Use
mirror.
mirror.
You all
Yep,
said
use
different
mirror
things.
first. Use mirror first, and then light
Yeah.
torch.
Okay, so you use mirror, and then you light torch. The room fills with light, you are told, and the Gorgon, instead of looking you in the eyes, looks at itself, and the Gorgon, with a scream, turns to stone.
All right, now we can use her to batter down the door.
Exactly!
We
Um,
just want to get through this. Like,
It looks like this chamber goes even further forward. The Gorgon was standing in the way, and now you can just sidestep around her.
Not just a pool Gorgon.
Too heavy, you were
Just-
told.
Hmm.
Much like
Aw.
those pesky boards, too heavy.
A push Gorgon?
Too heavy.
Bomb Gorgon?
Clang.
Hold on, we could light a bomb and then run and just make sure this thing is dead.
Move west or whatever it is where the
That would
Gorgon
be
is heading.
north
Can we
still.
just move
Let's-
past?
what's
just
in
move
what's in the room?
When you move
Yeah, that's a
north
good question.
beyond the Gorgon, you find a very small kind of treasure trove, a collection of shiny things, including a jeweled egg.
Ah,
Ooh, yes. There we go.
wait, that was also round. We could have just used another.
No, I think that there was a specific egg indentation, so it makes sense that that was a different one than
Yeah.
the orb indentation.
Because there was the orb, the feather, and then the egg.
Yeah, and then the egg.
So the egg was its own thing.
I think the egg is also for a ritual, but so is the mirror, so we'll just see.
Yeah.
I'll say nobody's picked up the egg yet.
I will pick up
Yeah,
egg.
Stu's got it.
Bing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Get egg.
You now have the jeweled egg in your inventory.
Right. We can use that on the
okay.
door, right?
Yes, we should be able to.
And we can also.
So
We haven't found any holy water yet, but if we do, we can have the
I
ritual.
think that's
fixed.
what was in that basin.
Oh, is it?
The
There
basin
was
was
a
empty.
basin of water.
It was an empty
Oh.
basin.
Okay.
So is there anything else in here other than the egg?
It tells you there are various kind of like shiny trinkets, but they are set dressing,
Poultry.
They're too abstract to pick up.
unfortunately.
Stu, why did we come to this house? Like, why?
To progress forward.
We did not have a choice in the matter.
No,
we
but,
did
like,
not
is like
want
a
to
whole
be
new
here.
world. Does it not have a reason for wanting to come to this house? Like,
Didn't you read the leaflet?
I don't know.
Hold on to the leaflet. Read leaflet.
Read leaflet. Let me just scroll way back to the leaflet.
Go back again.
The leaflet
It
says,
was
"Welcome to
like-
Zorp. Zorp is a game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it, you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen by mortals. No computer should be without one."
no, but
Is this what mortals see?
Is this what mortals see all the time? Well, it
This
just seems like-
sucks.
Yeah.
I should
No,
turn as
no
many of
wonder
them into
Bloods with
undead
a
monsters
Z
as
is such a
possible.
jerk.
And I've definitely seen better things than this.
Hush, Maple.
You come from Phantasia, so it's really saying something when it's like, wow, this place sucks.
Yeah.
I'm still confused at the like, why did the in-game reason for us coming to this place is because they never tell us. Why am I here?
I think we were sent here to get through the barrier, but it's unclear how this.
And that
Like,
reason, right?
yeah.
But like, this is a completely different world, and we're supposed to go through the world to do something, but they never tell us why we came to this world. Like, in this world, why did we come to this house? Do we
The
own
existential
the house?
dread closing it once again.
Well,
But we don't own the house because the Gorgon lady lives there, and she would pay rent if we owned the house. And
no, I assumed the house was haunted and therefore mine.
oh, you own the house. Okay.
This entire adventure is I've locked my keys in my house, or I've accidentally boarded up my house. Let's get back inside.
I do apologize for the state of things. I did not expect. Well,
This is yeah, this seems like it's very much within it's not Lucifina, it's Lucifine, right?
yeah, it's Lucifine, the Halloween Queen.
Okay, yes, Lucifine. This seems like it's kind of in Lucifine's domain. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so this is Luciphine's house. Now that clears up a lot of stuff. A lot of more things make sense to me. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, though I do wonder where the mud column is that was supposed to guard it.
How dare he not be on his job?
Hmm. I shall have to
Skipping
scold him
his
later.
shift.
Alright, well.
Okay.
I love that a Halloween
Okay.
queen has a shed. There's something about that makes me really tickled.
Well, that Gordon must have been my gardener, my Gorgoner.
My Gorgon.
I shall name her Gordon.
Alright, what's the
Gordon
road
the Gorgon Gardener.
Gardener. Home Minister. Gordon the Gorgon Gardener. Gordon the Gorgon Gardener.
Ooh.
Meanwhile,
There's another
gnomes
good
are
Gordon the
dying.
gardening Gorgon gardens gorgeously.
People are being turned into candy.
Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah, but Gordon the Gardener, Thomas.
Oh, it's so funny.
Okay, all right. We should move forward or try.
So
can
what do
we?
Okay.
Yeah, we had the egg. We can use it on the door, right?
You can try.
So we move south.
Move
Okay.
door
You move through the chamber. You move back
Yeah.
to the southern chamber again, where the doors with the alcoves are and the butterflies.
Use egg.
Okay, it slots into the third door slot and it opens up. And behind the egg door, it reveals a mysterious man who is poorly described, just kind of standing there.
Man.
House.
Talk to man.
Hello there.
Who are you?
I am a lost soul in this place, and I'm looking to get out, but I need something to defend myself with. There are monsters around, don't you know?
Wait. Make acquaintance with man.
Unrecognized command.
He appears to be of this place.
That's a good test.
Yeah, you
Try
want something
give.
to defend yourself? Here's a bomb.
The man looks at it and goes, I don't know how to use that.
Figure it
Try
out.
giving him the dagger.
No, I'm not gonna trust him with a dagger. He'll stab me.
Where are we?
He's gonna
You were
stab
gonna
me.
blow him. You were gonna give him something that could blow us all up.
He doesn't know how. He can go on a quest to figure it out and interact with all the objects just like we do.
Do you work for me, mysterious man?
I don't recognize you.
Hmm.
Well,
Do you
stab
work
me
in
if I
this
give you a
house
dagger.
mansion?
What did you ask, Ross?
Will you stab me if I give you the dagger?
No, unless you're a monster.
Are
I
you a
look at
monster?
Luciphine.
I am not a monster, no.
No, I look at Luciphine as if you're a monster, like,
Yeah, Josephine just goes,
You're all very intangible right now.
Okay, well, here's the thing. We can give him a dagger, and he might stab us. It's like 50-50, right?
I mean,
why would we give him the dagger?
because he's asking for something to defend himself with, so if we give him the dagger, he might give us. What will you give us if we give you the dagger?
I have.
Can we just confirm this suspicion?
I have a little.
Talk, man.
I have a little treasure. I have a little treasure behind me. I can give you access to it if I can get myself safely out of here.
Ah, Spook Man.
Ah! Ah!
Search chest.
He unfortunately is not spooked away because you're blocking the entrance, so he's just stuck, just like ah!
Okay, so maybe we can give him the dagger, and then you can spook him so he can't immediately stab us.
That is a good point. I was a little intimidated as a monster. Well, not intimidated, or... I don't know how this world works.
Yeah. I don't think any of us really do.
I certainly don't.
All
Yeah,
right,
let's
throw
try
dagger.
giving him the dagger.
Unrecognized command. Give.
Sure.
Just
Throw
throw
dagger.
it.
Oh god.
You throw the dagger, it impales the man, and he crumples onto the floor dead.
Oh
Well,
no!
that works. Search chest.
Problem solved!
All right, Luciphine, you search the chest. Meanwhile, the other two of you read the text as Luciphine is devoured by a mimic. And Luciphine is dead, and then a feather is burped out of the mimic chest.
Light herbs.
Wait, I take the feather.
No, too late. Too late. You are thrust back into the past.
No, we're gonna push the man
Just
into the
chatting
chest.
with the guy.
I pushed him into chest.
Well, you what's the command you're doing?
Push man into
Okay,
chest.
push man. You push man. He goes what? And lands on the chest, and you hear rah, 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 as the man is devoured before your eyes. And then
Did we get
seconds
a
later,
second feather?
a feather burps out of the thing.
We take the
feather.
Okay, take feather. You now have a feather. And all you
I
have to
don't
do is
still
bad
here?
about this
Carnal
feather.
door.
Can I still talk to you? I think I may be more dead than usual.
there's no response.
Okay.
Um,
So I have been devoured by mimics. Just to be
No, we got you
no,
back.
they herb rituals back in time.
Oh, okay. I thought they just got pushed the man in for a second feather.
No, they made sure he was alive before
No.
they did that.
No, we went and got you back
We
alive. then
reversed
killed the
time.
man.
We brought you back and we
Okay,
just
I
shoved
missed
him
that
in.
stat.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're all alive, the man is dead, and you have a feather. So, you know.
Okay.
I wonder
Spook
what we
mimic.
were like if we helped him. What would have happened?
I know we don't do anything but spook mimic.
You could burn the herbs.
No.
No, that's our last
Puzzle
life.
stuff. No, we
It's
got
the
more, right?
last
Like
We got
life.
like 3 more.
You have
No.
2 more, I believe.
Okay, wait. How many? Because I made 3 and then we had 1 from that, so we
Okay,
had
yeah.
4. And
Okay,
we've
so
only
you have
used
we
one.
made 3 when we had 1 left, so we just used 1, so that's 3 left. Right?
Yes, 3 left.
Yes, we have 3
Okay.
left.
Yeah, okay.
So I just don't want to waste herbs on a man that I don't know. I'm an anti-hero, not a hero, so this action is perfectly okay with me.
Oh, Rosalind's such a bad person sometimes.
Rosalind has always been a bad person. She just got away with it by being like cute. Like she was like, "I'm sad because I don't know anything about my home anymore. Help me."
I think as long as you two are standing in this room, like Luciphine is just enacting petty vengeance by repeatedly spooking the man.
The mimic's just like, bah! Every time. Bah!
Well, I feel
Well, we
like
have
he
the
might have
feather.
just fed us to the mimic. Anyways, yeah. So let's go put the feather in the door and
Okay.
see what this gets us.
You slot the feather into the door, and it opens up, revealing an alcove that is featureless other than a candle and a painting of a star on the wall.
Oh.
Lovely, Rosalind, take candle. Now you can finally light those bombs if you wait. No, you have the dinner box.
Wait,
already.
wait! The mirror.
Yes. Mirror.
The
wall.
ritual to
Um,
use the mirror with the candle in front of a wall that
Yes,
is
bring the
made
mirror
by
to wall
magic, so
constructed
maybe
through
that
magic,
will.
then light a candle in front of it while chanting the magic words. But have we found
this
a wall
might be the way
constructed
out
through
here.
magic yet? Do
I
the
think
boards
that's
count?
what the star is.
Please lead the way. If this doesn't work, we're using it on the planks.
Okay. I will get the mirror. Go get the mirror.
It never left your inventory.
Oh, use mirror.
Okay. You put the mirror in this room.
In front of the candle.
Use candle
so that
on
it's, like
her?
facing.
The candle is
yeah,
currently
so it's
unlit.
Facing this.
A light candle.
Oh, light candle.
Okay, there's no worrying about facing in this game. It is in all directions at once.
And I think that if we are in the mirror room, the mirror will just face the right direction. It did that for the
Okay.
corner.
Wait, guys, magic door. There's the arcane sigils at the door in the front.
Well, yes, it does say magic wall, not door, but it might work.
It's what happens when we light the candle?
Yes, you light the candle, and I assume you're doing the ritual while you're doing this.
Mhm.
The
Yes.
wall with the star on it fades and becomes transparent, and behind it there is sort of an extension of the alcove that you can see, where there is a large ewer containing some kind of, you don't know.
What's a
Thinking
A
that
ewer, a
that's
big
the
jug.
holy water.
Oh.
examine ewer?
You examine the ewer, it is engraved with holy symbols, and it has a clear liquid sloshing around inside.
Okay, I'm going to hiss and like move away.
Okay, yeah.
Luciphine dies.
Actually, like I don't.
I
think
don't die
Lucifer-
from the presence of
kidding.
holy water.
I'm
not-
kidding.
Can I handle it though?
Interesting. We'll
As
have
a
to find out.
werewolf?
If you can,
I am literally a
No.
flower fairy who was a summon of the heroes. Even though my nature might be
Yeah,
very chaotic and not
she's-
very heroic, my race is technically safe, unlike your guys'.
if we cannot pick up the
Rosalind, pick
jug,
up the
we may be
ewer of
able
holy
to pick up
water.
the decanter in the several rooms earlier.
Yes.
So we'll try to pick up the jug. If that doesn't work, we'll simply get the decanter and then dip it in the holy water.
Well, it's a basin
one
in
of
the other
you
room, and the jug here. So yeah, if Stoobs or Luciphine tries to pick up this, it is immediately met with sizzling, and you're unable to put it in your inventory. Roz, you were able to input the command to bloop, add the holy water to your inventory.
This is proof I'm a good person. Let's move on.
It's such a weird thing to know that I'm considered like
Oh, 'cause you're a
unholy.
werewolf.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Let's do the ritual.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess we're taking the candle and the mirror as well, because
We'll
we're
place
gonna
the-
have to do that on the
We'll get
freaking
the
board.
basin.
Just
We'll
we
get
place
the holy
a mystic
water.
egg into a basin of water. And
We'll
yeah.
take the mystic egg out of the door if we can. Can we?
Yes, you can.
Okay. And we'll just. Can we just do the ritual, or do we need to go through the whole song and dance?
Do we have to say every single
We can-
command?
We have moved past the point where I need every little
Okay.
bit from you at this point. So we can fast forward. You get the requisite components. You place the mystic egg inside the basin of that you filled with holy water, and then you begin chanting the magic words to do the ritual of gifts. And there is a sudden flash of light that bursts from the basin, and the egg disappears. And floating in the basin is this shape that you can't quite make out. And then the light
Make out
fades.
shape.
When you pick up the shape, a crowbar is added to your inventory.
Oh, thank
You have to be freaking kidding me.
I have so much questions about how this world works.
Excuse
I'm
me, I
so
think while
weird.
Luciphine is carrying it, the crowbar is upgraded to a raven bar.
Nope. You keep like putting in a Raven bar, and it's
Oh,
like
man.
unrecognized command. It's like no Raven bar.
By my authority. Alright. Let's
So,
move defeated the door.
You defeated the
That's
Gorgon, killed a man, and did a profane arcane rituals. They now have a crowbar. So,
Hey, they weren't profane. They used holy water. Thank you. If they were profane, I would have done them.
Yeah.
So,
if
what's
they were
next?
profane, we would be fine. We go use the stinking crowbar on the door.
Yes, use crowbar. Use
Immediately, the
crowbar.
boards give way, the runes seemingly having no effect on the power of a crowbar, and the door is utterly unbarred before you.
Great, now we're inside the house.
Yes, move house.
Okay. Suddenly, there is an
Door.
explosion of color and light and pixels and things and sounds and sensations and temperatures and smells, and you are thrust out of this dark, corrupted, terrible abyss and lurch forward, and you find yourself back, even though it's a stinky sewer. My goodness, are you happy to be freed. And looking behind you, you see the corruption is unfortunately still there. And with the last kind of vestiges of its hold on you, you get the sensation that you get a score. Your score is 10 out of 10. Oh, sorry, it would be 9 out of 10. And
Kill the man.
there's chance to review previous players who have gone through this as well. There's an entry for Ed and for Solid Salamander.
I want to see what Solid Salamander did.
You open up the log to see Solid Salamander, and the entire log is use cardboard box, and somehow it brute forced his way through every puzzle and challenge in this game.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
What did Ed do?
Ed couldn't
Poor
open.
Ed do. I
Ed
think that's
couldn't
the...
open the shed, so he was looking around. There's hundreds and hundreds of commands, and he never figured out how to open the shed. So he couldn't find the key under the flower pot.
So wait, how did Salamander get past the man? Like he just put a cardboard box and walked past him?
I
Great
think
question.
Salamander just input the command use cardboard box a billion times.
Used it so many times that the system just broke and just he glitched
Yes.
through.
He's a master of stealth and infiltration. What can I say?
Alright, next time we do this, I'm just gonna spam Spook House like a billion times.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
speed
Yes.
run.
Oh, I love it. So yes, once
Oh.
you exit away from that interface and kind of like pull the tendrils of whatever terrible force this is away from you, before you, this tunnel that you in continues for a long ways, but there is a massive, big, glowing barrier in front of you. You recognize it as the Chaos Barrier that surrounds the lands. Now is the time to figure out how on earth you're going to get past this impenetrable barrier.
I think Lucifine will loudly yell, use magic on barrier, and just throw her strongest stuff at it.
Please roll forceful or flashy, your choice.
And when it happens,
Definitely
it's just like,
forceful.
yes, finally.
And I'm going to get
I
rid
have
of
to do
your
the thing.
commands here.
Let's see. I don't think I mean, I think I can invoke an aspect here, but I'll do it later.
Yeah,
Because
go and
it's
see what the
best
roll
to
you
roll
get is
first,
first.
right?
Yeah, exactly. I can tell you right now, a 6 is exactly the number you needed to blast through this barrier. So, using the pent-up emotions of the experience you just had to endure, you gather around the magics, bending reality around you, and using the power that you used to break through a DLC paywall, you obliterate a portion of this chaos barrier, allowing anybody to pass through it. And with that, there is just smoke rising from your palms.
You are
I
so
think
cool.
as she's doing this, you just see a little blue box open at the bottom of your whatever your view is, and it says like Pumpkin Explosion ZX.
The screen shaking.
And there's a moment where everything like turns into negative colors. Somehow the barrier took 9,999 damage 3 times.
Fantastic. Yes, and the pathway is open before you, just like
Oh.
that.
Oh my god.
So good.
So
That actually
cool.
worked.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
Wow!
It's basically like there is a perfect circle cut out, and around the edge of the circle there is just bright red, as though it was, you know...
But it's not a perfect circle, it's pumpkin shaped.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's pumpkin shaped. It's as though it was like a wall made of some kind of diamond, you know, substance has just been completely carved out with just these embers around it now.
Mhm.
Did
And
the,
then I think she
seeds-
will permit herself a bad villainous pun and then say, "No, that's what I call carving a pumpkin."
Now that will affect the instability of the region, so it's going to go up by 2.
It's not so bad. Could
The
be
seeds
worse.
you give to the rats happen to be the bomb pumpkins?
Right.
You know the seeds you gave to the nice rats? Did they happen to be the bomb pumpkins?
Oh no, I think those are consumables. This was a high-level spell. This was an implosion, not an explosion. The difference is the implosion makes a negative color effect happen and looks really cool.
Whoa!
Oh boy.
I want to do that!
I have a horrible feeling that this is going to come back to haunt me.
And yes, Elizabeth doesn't actually know what an implosion is.
Rosalind, you think she understood any of those words?
She just knows it has the word imp in it and therefore it must be evil.
Love it.
Oh man. Okay. The way is open.
Oh my god.
Is there anything on the other side?
The
Any,
tunnel
like,
seems to go on for
enemies?
a long ways. You're probably
I
in for a
think
bit of a trek.
as we go there, Elizabeth just mutters to herself, "Move east, move east, move east."
Oh, no.
Alright.
While we're walking, I will call Phoenix to let her know that we made it through.
Yeah, she hears this and goes, "Oh, I'm so excited. Ed was so traumatized by the entire experience, so I'm really glad to see that you managed to overcome it."
It was awful.
It looked
Oh,
really
yikes.
bad.
Was there like a rift bleed? Did you manage to sort it out, or is it just there now, forever?
I think it
It's
might
just
be
there.
now.
We don't know how to get rid of it.
I'm getting concerned that the Maya is capable of now scarring our universe with, like, instability pockets, and I don't know what that means for us.
Yeah, we found
This
one
could be
place
something that
un-
we're just gonna have
under
to
the-
block off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of it's been good because remember the under ocean place where everyone was doing puzzles? That can't be part of our world.
Well, here's the thing. We need to get... If you're going to bust prisoners out of this place, we can easily help them out, but if they have to get past that, can you... I wonder if going back through the same way is the
Wait.
same.
It's not part of our world. It's not supposed to be here.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I can blow it up with my cannon.
Hmm.
Oh!
We could
It's
back
not
Rosalind
down
spins around.
No.
But is that
Uh,
gonna collapse the tunnel?
Stoops, do you
No, because
remember
I would
that?
aim it specifically at the rift part.
Hmm.
I'm
What were
sorry.
you saying?
Where dog? Do you remember that strange alternate dimension we accessed to see what steps next to take? All the
The
way at the
internet.
beginning.
Yes, I. You saying to Google what comes after this, or like?
No, we could do something similar. We
What-
could go back, check our logs, and send them to Ed.
Meanwhile, in the background, you hear
Oh.
as Roz is readying the massive weapon she has. And there's just a neon green illuminating this place from the extremely radioactive core of this weapon being powered up.
So we could just give them a walkthrough, basically.
Well,
Okay. What were you saying?
no, please. I'm not sure what you mean, but I think your intentions are the same as mine.
Like we can send them the information that we've gathered. We can give them a step-by-step guide to how to get through.
Yes.
Okay.
Although I'm not sure if Ed wants to come here.
It might not.
I'd hate to lose my first underling.
We
in
might
this
not have a
world.
choice. Okay, Rosalind, we're not gonna blow it up. We're not gonna blow it up because we don't know what that's gonna do to this whole thing. We might get trapped.
The weapon sadly powers down.
I'm sorry.
I'm also fairly certain that
You
only
can-
works on demons.
What? No, it works on objects. Trust me.
Alright.
We once we get everyone back through, we can blow it up.
Wait,
Is
yeah,
that a good
actually,
compromise?
leaving it up's not a bad idea because only we know how to get through. so it can be a passcode that only good guys can use.
And me.
That's true. That's true. So
Right,
I
only
will...
good guys and our pumpkin queen. Woo!
Halloween Queen.
Woo!
Oh, Halloween,
Halloween
queen.
queen.
And with that, there's just like a screech of a bat that comes from nowhere.
Yeah, there's somehow like thunder
Yeah.
resonating through the pipes.
I would like to figure out some way to send a walkthrough.
You can speak to the codec
Phoenix,
using the codec and just be like, okay, so
yeah,
you get here,
I
and then
will
you do this,
just
and you do this.
give her the
Yeah,
rundown.
we can do that while we're
Yeah.
walking, right?
She starts scribing it
Yeah.
down feverishly, and she
Walk and
says,
talk.
and she's like, wait, you do all that just to get a crowbar?
It's ridiculous, yes. It made me
Wait,
want
you
to
get
just
the
scream.
option to like get one word, right? Because in the beginning we got the option to make one word. Just have it be crowbar.
Yeah, just do crowbar. Just do
Alternatively,
crowbar
I
as
think
your one
cardboard
word.
box works.
Cardboard box is also
Apparently
the same as
cardboard
crowbar.
box, yes.
She's like scribbling it all down, like, okay, I'll try all these things and see if any particular way is better than the other. Okay.
And if not, I'll blow it up.
Oh. And you cut off from the codec talk, ready to continue to the Doomhold, a very high
always,
level
yes.
Smart.
part of the
The
game.
Doomhold sounds lovely right now.
Yeah, I'm honestly like, I've been thinking a lot about it. I'm like, I want to just like smash some fruit on the heroes' faces, and for leaving me in a cave. Like it's gonna be a prank.
Yes, a fatal prank.
Okay.
A fatal prank? Sure.
Anyway, you continue down the massive long sewer tunnel, and it goes on for a long way. You are passing underneath the vast stretch of the Blightlands, heading to the very bowels of the Doomhold itself. So there's a lot of ground to cover. Fortunately, there don't seem to be any denizens that exist in the sewers here. No forces of chaos looking to stop you. The further you get, the sooner you realize that this sewer tunnel comes out in the sort of bowels of the dungeons itself. And this is unfortunately is where all the, well, it's where all the prisoner refuse goes, except in this world nobody really defecates, so it's more just like a feature.
Sewers are there to infiltrate from. If
Exactly.
nothing else.
It's just really just an architectural feature more than anything
They're
else.
like air vents, but underground.
Exactly. So you emerge out of the stinky tunnel into just this like gross cistern area, and you very quickly kind of navigate your way to the dungeons. And this place is quite labyrinthine. It's very complex, a lot of corridors, a lot of jail cells shrouded in darkness, and you hear the sound of chaos jailers patrolling the grounds as well. The kind of you do know that actually, has this been established at this point? I don't think it has, so I'm just gonna leave it there for now.
No.
Well, just to save
What?
time, because we're running out of time a little bit. You get a codec call from Arvat who says that he effectively has left marks throughout this maze, so that you can
Oh.
quickly find your way to him and the Lightsworn heroes in the secret save room.
Okay.
So, in moving through this place, the first kind of intersection you come to, it is guarded by a couple of guards who are kind of sitting at a wooden desk, and they're sort of just like chucking dice back and forth. Just seem to be some jailers passing the time as best they can. It seems like you need to get past them, so what's the plan?
I walk up to them.
Okay, Luciphine, the Halloween Queen, emerges from the shadows, regal and powerful. You step before them and they just kind of glance at you, then double take, like, whoa, whoa! They kind of pull out their clubs, unsure of what's going on. They're like, identify yourself?
I'm going to just spread my arms and start my pre-boss fight conversation.
Okay.
And give them the
They-
option to join me and get
They
knocked down
see
with
the
their
letterbox
numbers.
go down, they're like, what's happening? Do you want
I look backwards before I do and say, I'll handle this.
do you have a monologue prepared, or do you just kind of like skip over, like, this is what I'm doing today?
I think there's a lot of like standardized stuff in there that she has to quickly like catch herself on. So
Ah, so you found me. Like, what?
if it isn't the Lightsworn guards.
And they're just so confused. They're just like, do you work here? Like, do you want? And then you give your ultimatum. What is the ultimatum?
The ultimatum, I think I've established it before, is join me and we shall rule the night together.
Mhm. or perish.
Or
Um,
perish.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll. This is very flashy. Go ahead and roll flashy, and let's see how these guards respond.
Okay.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
see. I'm not sure if they
I was
can
gonna say,
actually
on a-
join me because I firmly established that it's just it's flashy, right?
Yes.
So I have a special ability for this. It's called Arch Villainous Flare.
Yes, you get a +2 to this automatically.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Whenever flashily create an advantage out of drama. So
So that's a total of 5. Would you like to modify that roll, or are you good with it?
No, I think I'm good with that.
Okay. A 5 is enough to overcome these jailers. And even though they are somewhat lowly jailers, they seem quite low in the hierarchy. Roz and Stoobs, you can see that even these guys have a little skull icon above them. So you could probably take, a couple of them if you needed to. If they started getting any kind of reinforcements, you would be in trouble. Not so much true for your for your Halloween Queen friend. So yes, you succeed. I'm going to say you successfully create an advantage there. So now I'm just going to give you a free invocation of something that we're gonna call minions.
Gandalf, please, as a seasonal weird little glitch,
Yes.
can their skull turn into the skull equivalent for Luciphine's minions, which is a little pumpkin, like with the jack-o'-lantern carved into it.
Yeah, sure. It can be whatever you want. You command all the powers of Halloween magic. Excellent. So these two are now loyally at your side. Little do they know that is only a fatal sentence for them, but at the moment they're your stern allies. So Stoobs and Roz are able to emerge from the darkness. These two do not seem to respond. They are utterly enthralled by their queen.
Mm-hmm.
That was freakily impressive.
Right? I need to learn dark magic.
Oh, it is excellent. You can't have mine though; it's unique.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm already using magical bombs. It's something I've been trying for a while.
Well, I'm sure I couldn't use normal bombs that aren't pumpkins.
That's true. I mean, your magic's just really impressive. It just inspires a ton of confidence. I want to be like you.
Well, I'm glad I'm setting a good example.
Saying that we are fighting against the forces of villainy and chaos and
Oh,
just
yes,
I don't
chaos
actually remember
specifically.
agreeing to fight against the forces of villainy. I think I remember agreeing to fix the mire so I can be a pirate again.
I'm willing to fight against very specific forces of villainy.
Exactly. And the voices of chaos seem kind of annoying, so I'm okay with beating them up, but general villainy, I kind of get along with them pretty well. I enjoy Grandis, he was nice. Bad
I'm
guys
sure
are
you'll make a
A-okay.
fine pupil someday.
Thank you. See, man, maybe when
See,
this is all
maybe-
over, I can come learn from you. I could be your apprentice.
Well, it is true that Pumpkin Princess does alliterate.
Pumpkin princess.
oh my god.
If Bane was any
This
indication,
is just like this is falling apart.
if Bane was any indication,
Everyone's turning evil.
being a
All you need to
princess
do
was
is
not
become-
great.
All you need to
Bane
do is
really
become
cool.
powerful enough for no one to challenge you in your royalty. That is how nobility works.
I'd have to be so strong that I can beat up anyone, and then I can be the pumpkin princess. I have a new life plan.
Me too. I want to obliterate the makers of Zorb.
Yeah.
Okay, that I understand. All right. Well, that worked. Okay, how
But
close are
let's
we
move
to?
forward with our.
Yeah.
You don't know how close, but you can keep following the marks that Arvet left around on the walls, and you continue until there's sort of this large bridge area that stretches out, and on either side there are these big pools of water, very sort of rancid, gross-looking water, and standing on a platform at the center of this bridge, there are a couple of Chaos jailers who are standing there. You can overhear them talking, and one of them says, "I can't believe nobody's fed them in so long," and they kind of hurl a bucket of chum into the water, and immediately you just see massive crocodile teeth devouring the chum. Just yep, it's a real shame. Ever since the Vile Lord got the cantification machine, nobody's been falling down his pit of doom. So yeah, just they've been a bit neglected, poor things. It's well, what can you do?
Hmm.
to sharks? We're able to talk to the rats.
Yeah, but they
These
learn
things seem-
language.
These are
Oh,
crocodiles.
that is true. Yeah,
Oh,
these are more
crocodiles.
They're
bug-specific
dire
monsters.
crocodiles.
Fire.
Yeah, I think crocodiles are marsh creatures. Like rats are kind of mansion creatures, so they're all. It's not a far dimension, so I don't think I can talk to crocodiles.
Okay.
My favorite
Oh,
Halloween
mind?
decoration, crocodiles.
Crocodiles. I know this is gonna sound kind of gruesome, but can we push the guards in?
I've thought about that. What if I try to like invade their minds and tell them to jump over and over again until they do?
That seems a little.
Rosalind's morality is rapidly plummeting.
Roslyn, you're verging very, very deeply into like arch villain territory.
That is true. You have potential. I think we should befriend these guards. By which I mean make them into chum.
I
So
like
what's everybody
those.
doing?
Good fun, but God.
When they hear you say that pun, your minions just start moving over to push these two hapless folks in.
Oh, that's right. We have these two people who look like they work here.
Alright.
And if nobody stops them, they're just gonna do it.
I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with
They
this.
respawn.
So believe this or not, they're evenly matched. So we're gonna get a -1 from your minions, compared to a 2
Oh,
from the
boy.
others. So your minions
Oh,
is kind of like
no.
gently like shoved with one hand, the other's like, what the hell are you doing? And they're just like, we serve the Halloween Queen, and they're just like, that doesn't sound like our lord to me. Somebody's getting canificated, and they like start beating each other up. I was gonna, unless anybody intervenes, I'm just gonna roll to see which pair comes out on top.
Hey, can we just like sneak past
Yeah, can we
them
just-
now?
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
distracted.
Go
Wait,
ahead.
wait,
no.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. If we do leave, we're actually killing someone this time, like for real, because they're gonna turn them into candy.
That is true.
So we will be committing actual murder. Now,
I'm
So
like all
that's
those
an
other murders.
anti-spawn murder.
huh?
Sorry.
Now, as an anti-hero, I have some leeway in murder, but I don't know if you do, Stoobs, because you're the hero.
You're not being anti-hero-esque anymore. You're being straight up villain.
I might
Oswald.
be changing my class goal. Villains are pretty cool. I'm kind of into it.
You kill people and not like just respawn kill.
During this time, one of
Okay.
your minions was knocked unconscious.
Wait. When, however, you were the one by leaving them, and I said maybe you don't want to do that. Why are you yelling at me for pointing out that we should do something?
No, I'm just saying that like you're.
Stoobs, if you want to talk about like morals, we can do that later.
And your other
Well,
minion
stand up
is
hypocrisy, and I.
your other minion
Shit.
got brained as well. So now they're both unconscious and they're being hauled away. I'm gonna take
Well-
minions off the board.
I
The minions are gonna
I
die. Do we
run
save
at
them?
the.
Or
I run at the guards as a wolf, and I lunge at them.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll forceful as you lunge at them as a werewolf. They did not see this coming. What skills do they have? Smacking
That's
things,
a
bullying,
minus
grabbing,
one,
and a
so
grappling.
I am going to invoke werewolf to get a reroll.
Okay,
That's a 1.
that's a 1. They got a 3. So you come in straight at them. One of them hurls one of the minion unconscious bodies at you, and it kind of like smacks into you, and you fall in a heap on the ground. And then they're both going to go over to you and just start smacking you with their clubs. So please tell me how you're defending against a 1.
Can you defend for someone else?
You can if you can justify it.
Because I can
I
just
am-
like. I think Lysavine is a little late on this, but she does look over. Hey, those are mine, and then just steps over and then just glares at these two guards that are attacking her
Well,
friend.
Stu's already rolled a quick defense to dodge out the way and managed to succeed, so no intervention was required this time. But yes, you're able to stand over and just be like, "Hey." Okay, so there are now 2 jailers on the field with a queen who's revealed herself and a werewolf who's revealed herself. So one of the jailers is going to be like, "I'm going to raise the alarm." Turns 180 and just starts running out the room. While the other one's like, "Right, I'll keep him back. You're not going anywhere."
should we like? Okay, I should probably stop the guy who. I'm gonna try to like create some dead like vines to trip him.
Oh,
Okay.
that was exactly what I was gonna do.
Oh my gosh! See, I told you I'm so ready to be a pumpkin princess.
So
Oh,
Roz, go ahead and roll
God.
quick versus this guy's quick, and we'll see how you do.
Oh, quick, man. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. 4. That's
You get a 4 against his 2. Oh, he gets his -2 even.
-2.
You trip him up so hard, you trip him straight into the water, and you just hear as the crocodile devours him.
Nice work, crocodile.
So the running guy is gone. What are Stoobs and or Luciphine doing against this other guy, who just kind of hears his friend getting torn to shreds behind him?
Can I use like magic to freeze the guard?
Yeah, absolutely. You can use some kind of winter blast against him. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll flashy.
Like that's probably not a max level spell because winter is not fall, but
Autumn chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Autumn chill.
Yeah.
A 3, good work. Against a 2, that is enough damage to at least power scaling you two to obliterate this person. So you can just freeze him into ice if you would like.
I think I would like.
Okay, he is stuck, and no more enemies left on the field.
Just
Your
freeze him
unconscious
and then
minions.
walk up with a little like pumpkin parasol.
And sploosh.
Oh, they'll respawn. Okay.
Yes, this
I'm
was the
gonna try
humane
to-
way to kill them. Yes, we did not want them to turn into candy.
Exactly. They're gonna respawn.
Yes.
It's totally fine. No one is candy.
Am I properly being an anti-hero? Is this?
You are properly being an anti-hero, queen.
I checked to see if these guys are still breathing.
Your minions, yes, they are thoroughly unconscious but alive.
Okay, we have no way to heal them other than for them to just rest.
You have mystery
so I will
potions.
grab
We
one
have mystery potions.
I guess
that
so.
we don't know what they do.
That is true.
But it's better to test on them than us.
I mean, mechanically speaking, they can just be, used as a boost, so they could potentially do whatever you need to do.
Although we did explicitly get told they didn't have healing potions.
That's true.
Unless
Yeah.
they got lucky.
That is true.
Yeah, but what if we just like make them hover and then we just have a hovering corpse?
Okay,
I would like to clarify, I have no healing magic.
the
That-
mystery
None of us
potions
do.
are boosts in terms of fate boosts, so like they're gonna do a +2. Like they're gonna be nothing but beneficial to whatever you
Well,
try to
yeah.
make them do.
I say we leave them here. They've proven themselves incompetent, and they may live this way.
Let's just drag them away from the alligator pit.
Actually, okay, so here's the thing though, right? Like, maybe it's better if we just push them into one, then they all respawn together, and they're like, whoa, mind control is all fine.
I'm unsure if they'll respawn as Chaos's minions or my minions.
One of the crocs definitely kind of sniffs at the edge
The
of the water.
crocodile looks
Uh-uh.
hungry.
I grab the back of this guy's shirt and start dragging him
Okay,
away.
both of them or just one of them?
I doubt that I can get both of them, can
You've
I?
got werewolf strength.
Okay, yeah, I'll get.
Unlike
both
in the
of them
text,
and just-
unlike in Zorp, your actual werewolf strength is worth something here.
I will drag
that was
them
really
away
fun.
from the pit
Okay.
and just kind of prop them up
That's kind of like
in a
leaning against each
closet
other.
or something. Yeah. Just
The croc slinks back into the water again, and the path before you is free to keep following Arvet symbols if you would like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think while you were like dragging the unconscious guards away, like Josephine has been just feeding a little bit of kibble to the crocodiles.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
You see the little hearts above their head.
Oh, cute. Can I read their minds? What are they thinking?
Go ahead and roll
no.
clever, I guess, to link minds.
Okay, I will do my best. 3.
They're thinking about food. They really enjoyed the snack they just had.
They like it.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad I did a good deed today.
Yes, that's perfect anti-hero-ness.
Yes, this heroism thing really isn't as bad as it was made out to be. We got to
No,
blow
it's-
things up. We got to
Mhm.
obliterate people.
Oh, see, that's because we're anti-heroes, so we're allowed leadway to do dark and evil things as long as we do it for good stuff. If we were heroes, we'd have to be like, no, blowing things up is bad. I'm a good person or something. I don't know.
Yes, and then you stab them anyway.
Yes.
That is generally what heroes do, yes?
No, actually, wait, heroes don't. Heroes can't stab people if they're so heroes have rules. They can stab evil people, right? Like if you're a bad person and you're like, I'm on the side of evil, then heroes are allowed to kill you. Now,
Mhm.
if you're not, then they can't kill you.
Oh,
That's
does
like
that mean
the
that if I become an anti-hero, that the heroes can no longer kill me? Because
It
that
does
does put a
mean
bit of a
that.
damper on my plans.
rule. Oh, well, okay, I guess you could be the anti-hero that betrays the hero. That happens a good amount. We could work with that.
Well, I suppose I have free will now. I can exercise true good and evil.
You hear the sound of very, very heavy footsteps
We should probably do
coming down the nearest
I
corridor.
am like ahead of
Power walking away. Yeah, you keep following Arvat's marks, and it's unclear how close you're getting, but as you're passing through this section of dungeon, for the most part you haven't really heard anything until extremely loudly you just hear coming from the cells things that you haven't heard in a very long time. So things like did you know you can talk to people by interacting with them? Did you know that you can jump by pressing the X button? And it's just, they're yelling this at you as you're just going past all these unawakened NPCs who have no idea they're even captured. Just like, would you like to trade with me? And they are filling this place with noise.
Oops, are they gonna turn all of them into candy?
Yeah.
And you
that's
hear
why they're
from
here.
behind you, what's that noise? As the massive footsteps
Hide.
get closer and closer to you.
Hide. I hide.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
gonna shrink and go in behind the bars.
Alright. Rose, why don't you go ahead and get a +2 for a stealthy roll. Stoobs, go ahead and stealthy. What's the Halloween Queen gonna do?
You know what? When in Rome, let's just try to be sneaky.
Okay, so everybody give me a sneaky roll.
Don't do this terribly.
You do have your mystery potions. You never know, there could be invisibility potions.
Maybe we should
No,
drink
this
one
is
day.
appropriate.
Okay, I'll drink one.
Okay, so Stoobs, that's one potion gone. You can re-roll, add 2.
Okay. My sneaky is not that good, so I'm gonna just add 2.
Okay, so
Play it safe.
Rosa, that's 2. Stoobs is at 2. Luciphine, would you like to drink a potion, or are you good with your -3?
No, Josephine is standing in this hallway and is still a little confused about this whole, like, not being a boss thing. And I think she's just loudly yelling, use cover! Hide! Hide self!
Alright. So this massive armored ogre kind of like stoops into this this long corridor of jail that you're all in.
Obliterate conspicuousness.
Stoobs and Rosalind, you are kind of hidden as best you are able
I
to
think
be.
I got a 0.
Right, but we gave you a +2 from inconsistent sizing.
Oh, okay, right.
Adding 1 to the instability, so not bad there. Although you do see one of the NPCs face near you just kind of like turn to the really creepy like floating eyes and lips sort of face for a second, and it
Oh,
pops
no.
back to normal.
This was one of the people who would go on to work at Ubisoft.
And then, yes, the ogre comes in, sees you, Luciphine, wide in the open. It's just like, what are you doing here?
It looks like she works here, though. You know, like.
It's my patrol.
I think she will just look up at the ogre and just regally say, I am hiding. You may ignore me.
All right, go ahead and use clever to bamboozle this ogre.
I'm using flashy.
Okay, sounds good. That's a 6 versus the ogre's -2. So the ogre kind of like looks at you, scratches its head, scratches its chin for a long time, and just tries to comprehend what's going on, and then just goes, "This is my spot. I come back later. You better be gone." And just
I
starts.
am already gone. You cannot see me.
But
You
how?
better move on.
Who said that? Just kind of like slams the club right next to you, sending like flooring, scattering into pieces all over the place, knocking some of the NPCs with a bit of shrapnel, but otherwise just kind of like storming off, just like, Rado, just stand.
Again.
Jeez.
And then just
Fairly impressive.
popping around the corner, you see him again, and he's like, "You want me to ring the alarm?"
I think he yells back, use cardboard box.
just slinks away.
That was so cool.
What just happened?
That's why I need to become the pumpkin princess. Then I could just. That would be so cool, Stoops.
I think she turns towards you and says, I'm infiltrating.
Yes.
Da, 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 da.
Holy cow.
Yes, you're able to follow the remaining of the marks that lead up to this very simple wall, and reaching out, you can see it is a fake wall. And soon enough, you enter a secret save room located in the bowels of the Doomhold. And in this room, there are all your gnome friends, Arvat and Obo. The mayor is there as well. And in addition, there's a shining, shimmering light coming from the 4 figures, the Lightsworn heroes in the flesh before you. One that looks like a very powerful knight fighter kind of person, one that looks like an incredibly powerful archmage, one that looks like this kind of like very sneaky yet also very stylish rogue, and then this other more sort of intangible red mage kind of mash of everything person who is a bit hard to determine what they are from a glance. And the gnomes see you, and they're just like, "Oh, you made it! You made it! You made it!" And they kind of like run up around you and start like shaking your hands and like hugging you, hugging you as well. Just like, "Oh, we didn't think we'd ever see you again. Hello, welcome. You made it."
It's so good to see you all.
I think Lucifine is just staring at the Lightsworn heroes.
There is something just slowly building inside you, Lucifine. Like, oh,
Mhm.
my mortal enemies.
I think you occasionally hear like a few like tones being played on an organ from somewhere, like that's part of her.
Just slowly building. Yeah, like Arvat is explaining to these two like all the trials and tribulations they've been through, and meanwhile you're just like slowly there in the background, just everything getting dark around you as this music is flaring up a little bit.
Do we notice this? Do we notice her kind of going
Well-
into the villain?
Have you
boss
seen me
mode?
try to be subtle?
No,
I
we all
think you
see it.
noticed.
At the moment, Stoobs, your face is being licked by a badger.
Yeah.
I
Never
see
mind.
it
I'm
then?
totally.
Rosalind, you can probably, if you want it, you can see it. Yes.
Oh. Hey. What you doing over there?
Oh, yes. Are they? They don't seem very what's the
They're
word?
not awoke. So sometimes there's someone who's playing the game. They own the game, and they haven't been here for a while. So now we just have these empty shells of them. But they still left me in a cave, and I'm really mad about that. So I want to prank them.
Oh, we can prank them.
Yeah. What kind of prank do you think? See, like, I was thinking we could make like a really like gross fruit and like smash it in their face and then rub it, so when they wake up they just have like gross fruit all in their face.
Oh, I was thinking about using an 11th level poison spell.
Ooh, what does that one do?
It poisons them.
Can we please prison break everybody before more people get turned to candy, please?
Oh
of course
yes,
we
I
can
would not
prison
want
break
you to stand in the
everybody.
area of effect.
Okay, see, now that's really funny, right? Because if you use that, they're definitely gonna try to summon me when they come back. And then I can throw the rotten fruit in their face, so it'll be a 1-2 punch!
Yes, and they'll be on 1 HP because the poison affects them in the overworld. I think-
Exactly! So then I'll get a smush it in their face and they'll fall over and it'll be like, ha ha ha!
Oh, it
I
will be
like it.
such humiliation. Death by poison fruit.
You suddenly
Exactly.
hear
Rotten fruit.
the sound of a massive gong. Brrr, 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 alarm! Alarm! Brrr,
Hmm,
brrr.
that's not my boss
I
theme.
think
Mine's
he
much
was
more
gonna
elegant.
do that. Why is he doing that when it? Oh, never mind. Okay, we loot. I'm gonna loot the heroes.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a bit tricky because you're going to have to use the pickpocketing mechanics in this game, of which you have 0 skills in. So, go
Now,
ahead.
Is this Skyrim pickpocketing or Final Fantasy pickpocketing?
It's neither. It's just a weird amalgam.
Can you do it out of combat?
You can, yes. So Stoops, go ahead and roll sneaky,
Okay.
and tell me which of the Lightsworn heroes you are trying to loot.
Hmm. I would
Go
go for
for
the
the
warrior with the jack of all
knight?
trades. They seem the
Yeah,
most,
either the knight or
the least on their
rogue.
guard.
Yeah, or the mage could have some cool magic stuff.
That is true, and they tend to be terrible at anything but magic.
And now
Well,
you
unless
hear
they're bosses, of course. We
This-
get
I
to
know.
have good stats.
the sounds
You
of
haven't
forces
seen
of
me with my
chaos
sword yet.
flooding the
Okay,
dungeons.
I checked the knight. I looked at the knight. That's a 0.
You immediately fail. And failure in this game might look like, a problem with the law, but at the moment it is simply you failed and you're unable to do anything else with this knight.
Can I try the other ones?
Yeah, you can keep rolling if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I will just go through each of them and give it a shot. I mean, who has the best sneaky, I guess?
I have the worst.
Mine's a +1, but I'm kind of more in the pranking planning stage, so I don't know if I would even
Yeah.
think of robbing.
No, we all just have +1, so I'll just roll 3 more times.
You also have mystery potions.
That's
That is
true. You should
That's
use one.
true.
So,
I
okay.
will use one.
On which roll will you
I-
use the mystery potion?
Ooh, I'll use it on that -2, and we'll re-roll that.
Sounds good, because you were about to get a bounty, so that works.
That's a 1. Okay, so
Okay.
we got
That's
2
really good.
1s and 1 2.
So you're able to successfully get something from one of the characters. Which one was it?
Let's say the mage.
Okay. Reaching into the mage's inventory, you manage to snag up one thing, and you suddenly find yourself doing an involuntary spinny dance because you hold your little wolf paw to the sky. There's a little jingle, and you have the map.
Sweet baby
Probably a good thing.
Jesus.
The fabled map, of which there is only one of in this entire realm, is now yours. And you see all of Phantasia over it. It's like a live map too, so it's like flashing icons of you and various other people as well. There's a key, there are coordinates, there are kind of areas of interest, there are secrets. The Lightsworn Heroes have uncovered a lot of this map, and it's giving you a lot of good information.
Yeah,
You
how many
probably
caves
see
have
that
they
you're
been
standing
to?
right on top of a big skull because you're in the same room as a boss.
Yes, we can say that's true. So I'm now going to give you the map aspect.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
I'm so happy that we got the map. We worked so hard for this. This is
Finally.
session 1 goal.
I have no context for this, but it sounds big.
It's extremely big. The first episode, we ran around like asking people for maps, and they're like, "What? No one has these."
I'll just like you two seem like so happy with this map that I will like scritch screws behind one ear, like when no one is looking.
That's cool. Now we know where everything is.
Oh, thank you, God. Okay, all right. Honestly, this is all I got off of them. So, I mean, unless you want to try to get something off of them, this is all we've got. They're sounding the alarm, so we need to decide what to do and fast. Has anyone seen Solid Salamander?
Arvet speaks up and says, he went off looking for those iron gear things. I have no idea where he went. But we gotta help everybody get out of here. Can we come back the way you came from? Is that still open?
Yes. We should be able to do that.
Yes.
We got
Okay.
to
We
might be
enter
able to
every cell in
collapse
this
it.
place. I don't know how we're gonna do it.
Do I
Well,
still
there
have
is that-
access to
Go ahead.
the source code? Do I still have access to the source code?
Do you?
Do you?
I would like to say that yes, I do.
Let's
Um.
roll something and see what happens. What are you trying to do, I guess?
I want to open all of the cell doors at the same time and command everyone to follow Arvat and Obo.
Okay, opening the doors will be much easier than doing a cross AI command to everybody. So you can open all the doors and that'll be fairly easy, or you can open all the doors and give that command, it'll be much harder. And remember, we're talking about consequences that aren't simply failing the roll, we're talking about massive instability spikes, we're talking about you potentially blacking out, and many other hidden horrible things that could potentially happen with the messing with the code.
Okay, so let's just stick with opening the cell doors.
Okay, we're going to call that difficulty 4, and it's a clever roll.
Okay, then I would like to invoke my Wi-Fi connection as well.
Okay, get a +2.
What is that? Okay, so I'm
I assume this
gonna
is basically
just
looking up
add that
manuals
+2.
for the language to better navigate it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, actually, if I can also invoke Quick Reference Guide, then that would give me another +2, and that
You
would
can
give
only
me
invoke
6
once per
total.
roll.
Okay, then yeah, it's just.
I'm not sure if I
It's a
can
4 though,
help
right?
here
Like that.
without
Wasn't a 4
not
exactly what you needed?
destroying the room.
Yeah, 4 is what we needed.
Yeah,
and
so
4
you're
is
good.
What
You're
I
good.
got.
You got it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
So, you all suddenly are struck by Stoobs as her eyes go white and sort of extend this light out, and around her, the very textures seem to part before her, and she reaches her hand through the colliders in this world into the world itself. And I don't mean just because she's falling through it, I mean she's reaching into the very heart of the code that forms everything around you, that forms existence, physics, your emotions, metaphysics, everything about the world. She has direct access to at this point, and you can see various bits of scripting language going back and forth around her as she is tapping into this energy. And with a great exertion of power, Stoobs, suddenly you hear a very satisfying and very loud sound, because there's a lot of sound effects overlapping each other, of just ticka 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 as every single cell in this place is open wide.
Okay,
And you
all
hear the
cell
guards
doors are
outside
open.
being like, "What is happening? What is happening? Quick, someone do something!" Meanwhile, the gnomes are kind of like gathering around you, Rosalind, just like, "Listen, we need to keep them back. We have an idea. Remember the flat cannon?
Hey, you want to see something cool I got? And I showed
Oh,
them
no.
my mega cannon.
They're like, "Okay, I think you understand the idea we have. Hear me out. Tower defense.
Yeah.
We gotta
I'm not
keep
sure
all
I
these
understand.
chaos forces back while you, get everybody out.
But how are you gonna get out then?
We'll help make the towers and we'll be right with you. We all stick together. We'll all make sure the last one gets out."
Are you
Well,
sure? I don't
who
really
is
like
going to destroy the confectionator?
the candy.
They kind of look at each other and just like, "Oh, I don't know, but our priority has to be getting these people out of here. Maybe Solid Salamander can do it."
If we get rid of the candy machine, then we don't necessarily need to get everyone out of here because he can't hurt everyone.
Maybe, but it's the Vile Lord's most prized possession. I don't know if we could just walk up to it and do anything. But here we
Probably
can
under
actually do
heavy
something.
guard.
That's true. Alright.
But you hear the massive clamor outside as prisoners escape, as guards go in to intercept them, and it looks like your help is needed at this exact time. Unfortunately, we are out of time. So I would love to hear from our wonderful Halloween queen, who is kind of like stuck in this situation. You have the Lightsworn heroes right in front of you. You also have some people who could be considered very powerful heroes as well in front of you. What do you do as you feel your essence drifting away from this place?
Well, I now know that there is plenty of evil to be done in not being a boss specifically. And some of it is called anti-heroism. So I think what I do is just out of spite and for good measure, throw like a hyper poisma or whatever spell on the on the heroes.
Okay.
And then say, well, I think this is about as dramatic as I'm going to get for now. And just walk up to the army.
Okay. Sounds good.
Parasol drawn.
Would you like to use well, yes, okay, yeah, I think at this point you get assaulted by just legions of forces of chaos. So let's just do a roll. Let's do one roll versus another roll to see how many you can keep back against all of these forces flooding into these dungeons at this point. So
Okay.
roll.
I will, because of one aspect, I think I should make at least 2 rolls, but let's start here.
Okay. So, do you want to create an advantage and then do an attack roll potentially?
No, I have this thing that I can do once I'm fighting.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so go ahead and roll whatever you think is appropriate for all the power you're summoning in this moment to fight against all
This is
these.
definitely forceful, and I'm
Sounds
like
good.
just summoning up like whatever evil spirits I can, and then using max level conflagration 6
Yes.
magic.
Would you like to quaff that last mystery potion to get an extra bonus to this?
Yes.
Okay, it
Do
empowers
it,
you
do
with
it.
incredible Halloween might. It was a Halloween potion. You don't know what that means. Well, no, you know what it means. Nobody else knows what that means.
It just turns to candy corn in my mouth.
That's the
part of the
worst
vampire.
potion.
It's part of the ambiguously vampiric curse.
Love it. Excellent. Okay, so that's a total of 8 that you got. Meanwhile, the Forces of Chaos collectively will just say that that's a 5 that they get. So an 8 versus a 7! Oh my goodness. So you
Wait,
obliterate...
wait. I want to make them worse. Can I make them worse?
Sure, what do you do?
Okay, so because my cannon is in fact once per session, I am gonna shoot it at them and use recklessly dangerous to just kind of like intercept some of them and hopefully take it down -2 to make it less good.
Okay, so not a reroll, but
Actually,
-2.
if we're all gonna just throw on our alts, I'll also throw in reverse card.
Okay.
So that any damage that they would have done will be done to them.
Okay.
Since I am still tapping into the source code.
Okay. Alright. Okay,
I'm gonna
okay,
bounce
okay.
it back to them.
Okay. Alright, so, okay, so with that, yes, swarms of these forces start to move in. Very quickly, Luciphine, you summon up all manner of your dark, powerful conjurings and blasts, and you start to obliterate these people left and right, throwing your best magic at them.
You see
very
big
quickly...
skull-shaped explosions.
Yeah.
It's just-
Very quickly you burn through your best spells, but it doesn't matter because this is the moment. This is the moment. And then, Rosalind, you just fire a crackling, terrifying radiation energy lightning ball of green energy that just starts piercing through these people and just turning them into radioactive gloop. Meanwhile, Rosalind, any of the beefier soldiers that actually make it to Luciphine and actually start to hit her, immediately just feel a repulsion field as they just strike themselves with their own weapons and magic. And yeah... it is utterly wonderful to behold. The forces of chaos, however, are limitless in this place and extremely powerful. And soon, some of the more elite guards start to come out. So, Ros and Stoobs, with that helping hand that you left, you definitely kept Luciphine alive longer. Luciphine, you're still defending yourselves against these things. What do you do?
Ambiguously undead, not alive, but yeah.
Sorry.
Important distinction. I think I'd like to just fight them long enough because Luciphine needs the adrenaline rush right now and still hasn't completely, she has some alternatives, but she still definitely has a strong death wish.
Sure.
So I'd like to, at some point, just off screen, I think you can just see more crackling and orange and purple lightning happening.
Some
And you
pumpkins
hear
rolling.
the words this isn't even my final form, and hear the music change.
God!
It's the same, but with more electric guitars, basically.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So when we come back to this tower defense section next time, you will give them a truly supreme boon for keeping
Yes.
back some of the worst of the worst of the
Listening
forces
the
of chaos.
supreme Halloween.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so in those final moments, as various bits of Halloween paraphernalia are just being blasted as people are being transmuted
As
before your
opposed to her
eyes.
first form, which is Luciphine, the pristine Halloween queen.
Yes.
She gets it.
Yes, during these last moments, the gnomes quickly kind of scramble and start gathering resources that they might start building towers along these winding corridors. Rosalind, you start getting very excited, helping them pick which of these deadly contraptions to make, and Stoobs, you get out there trying to ensure that everybody knows which way the exit is and start leading them that way as quickly as they can. Avoid the crocodiles is the advice that you give as well.
Yeah.
And in those final moments, from behind, you hear, kept you waiting, huh? As you see Solid Salamanders waiting behind you, and he says, I had no confirmation of the iron gear, so prisoners become the top priority. Let's do this.
He loads
Actually,
up his little... It's a tranquilizer.
It is,
pistol.
yes.
That's adorable.
Quick question. Did you see the canification machine?
I had eyes on it, yes. It had a lot of their greatest forces surrounding it. I hope that,
Could you destroy it?
potentially, if we can lure enough of them down here.
Now, if we make a big enough of a mess, you can get rid of the machine.
The fairy is correct.
I think we can make a big mess.
If you take the machine, we'll handle this.
Who wants the rocket launcher?
Me.
It is thrown towards you. And as it flies through the air, that is where we will fade out on tonight's episode of Awakened Pixels. So tune in next time to see how that resolves. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this episode. Thank you so much to Pear for gracing us with Luciphine, the now supreme Halloween queen. Thank you so much. From here on out, we'll see where it goes next. I did not expect so much carnage to be happening. Did not expect so much corruption. But yeah, we'll see if our heroes can bust themselves and various prisoners out of the Doom Hold itself before next time. All right, so with that, does anybody have anything they would like to say before we depart?
I mean, in an in-game sense, I kind of wanted to leave Rosalind with like a cursed artifact.
Oh yeah, we can totally do that. We can totally do that.
Like, I know, Bloodstone tiara or something.
Yep, it's done. Here it is, Bloodstone.
Yes, I can start on my path of becoming the Pumpkin Princess.
Oh my god.
Buddies.
I am here for it.
All right. Yes. So
Oh, man.
anybody wants to plug? Anything people want to say to the folks out there?
Vote.
Vote.
Yeah.
Go
Please
vote.
vote.
Please do that.
Yeah, no, that is definitely the most important thing to say right now. Go ahead and
Vote. Wear a mask.
Oh, and wear a mask. Yeah. Support the arts, support the libraries, and support each other.
Yeah. Cool. Is that everything? Any Pad, do you have anything you wanted to plug before we leave?
well, I don't know if I have like a Twitter handle up or whatever, but
I don't think we have anything like
okay,
that.
no, then
Sorry.
then I will be hard to find because my handle is arcane and uses a word that doesn't really exist. So that is fine.
We could drop it in the Chromatic Chimera Discord channel if you would like. If anybody would like to.
Yeah,
follow
no,
that.
that works.
Absolutely.
Because that is like where I actually can take commissions. I do voice acting, I think just like Navi, but on a more like I don't know, like just doing it as I go way, unless they actually learning it way.
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
You're more professional than me since you're actually doing like commissions and doing work. So that's impressive.
No, let's just agree on where we're both cool.
You're both cool.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sounds good. Okay, yeah. So if you aren't part of the Chromatic Chimera Discord channel already, go ahead and join it. I think there's a link on the Discord, on the Twitch channel, and we'll post your information there. Yeah, just have a good week, everybody. Be kind to everyone, and
apart from the very important stuff we just said, I would also just like to
Yes.
say thanks for playing. Specifically on your part, thanks for running.
oh, of course,
And
my pleasure.
just yeah, everyone, thanks for watching and
Yeah.
do the things we said, like vote responsible.
Thank you for enduring my text adventure.
So fun though.
All right, we're gonna call it there. Thanks again for joining us. We will see you next week for the next episode of Awakened Pixels, and we pick up at this exact spot, so don't miss it. All right, take care. Bye, everybody.